It's gonna have one of those Futurama endings, which is still gonna be sad as fuck. But I mean, they won't die.
Well, I can see it being like a Courage the Cowardly Dog sort of situation, you know? Like
Right.
Courage is aware of it, and meanwhile the whole family is being terrorized.
And he tries to help, but he can't.
Right.
Everyone around the dog's gonna die.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just don't
I
know
don't
the
care about
dog.
them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
The dog. As long as the dog's safe.
Oh no,
cool.
you know what? I want them to live for the dog's sake.
Maybe he'll find a new family.
But everyone's saying it's like the most heartbreaking horror movie ever. I'm like, all right, well, I think
Yeah,
if you're
that's what
saying
makes me
that,
scared.
I think if you're saying that, I think you're not killing that dog though. I'd be surprised if they did. I
True.
think that's when you start to like, because then I feel like
No, because it'd be expected.
I think that, but I feel like also it's a little masochistic against animals at that point, right? Like you just torture this fucking animal for no reason.
Right. It's like, what was the point here?
Right. It's like, all right, this
He
dog
says
went through hell.
Fucking Cannibal Holocaust doesn't exist.
Yeah, but that one, Campbell, what's the Rotten Tomatoes on that movie?
Yeah, they actually
Nothing.
killed a turtle in that movie.
Right.
They killed many animals in that movie.
No, but if they're going for something like that, like a wholesome attempt of that, I don't think you can just literally torture this dog with seeing his owners die and then kill him at the end. I don't think that happens. So I'd be surprised if it did. I think that loses a lot of people. What's going to happen is if they did, that's going to get bad word of mouth and no one's going to watch it afterwards.
Yeah, I'll wait until the audience score comes out.
Exactly.
Before I decide.
Just check, does the dog die at the end?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that's even a thing. I love that. That and how long does it take to beat? Those are like the goated websites.
Dude, I put that on my decky loader. That shit's great, dude. I love just having it right there. It tells me exactly how long it's gonna be. I'm like, cool. Ooh, teaser
exactly
for
how much
Breaking
time it
Bad's
is.
new series.
What? Oh, the
Or Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan. Sorry, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get my water and then we'll start this. You guys are live.
Hell yeah. We're live?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh
don't
shit!
Anything naughty.
Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Why would this man go ahead and put us live and just walk away? Who would do that? Just go and spread bullshit on the internet. I may actually go ahead and actually use this opportunity to get shit messaged out. My boss is fucking losing his goddamn mind over the Fallout 2 trailer today.
I'm still losing my mind over. I need to rewatch it.
He sent me like an insane amount of like little minute details he caught throughout the whole fucking thing.
That's what I was doing the whole time I was watching. I was like, "Ooh, what's that? Ooh, that. Ooh, that. I know that. I know that."
All right, where is us? Where we be? There we be. Posted that shit out. Oh, this is the harsh part. We haven't even done our opening yet. We haven't got into Welcome to the Blue Rupees. This is episode 309. We haven't even gotten to That Absent Father is Adrian. That Soy Face is Kells. And the one thinking about tweaking his nipples is David. We each week talk about random bullshit and nonsense, and fucking wait for our goddamn host to return.
Did you see that Dawn of War 4 got announced?
No, you're fucking me. There's no
No.
fucking way that no.
It did. That's what
No,
I was soy
fuck-
facing about. I seen that. I was like, oh
No,
my
fuck
god.
right on off. There is absolutely no way in all of that Gamescom bullshit we
There you
didn't get the new God of War.
No, Dawn
No,
of War.
fuck,
Dawn of
fuck
War.
off. There's no way.
The Dawn of War, Warhammer.
Oh, Dawn of War. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way we got the new God of War shown off. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Dawn of War
even
looks
better.
fucking sick. Jesus
Yeah, no,
Christ.
that looks fucking insane. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
they're like, all right, we got a game that we haven't seen for 10 fucking years, and they start showing us 40K, and I'm like, what's 40K and hasn't been seen in 10 years? And I'm like, no, these mad lads wouldn't, and they fucking did.
Yeah,
I already
because-
did our intro while you were gone.
Oh, we're not live. I'm saying we're live isn't on the thing. We're not like recording.
Oh,
I don't
God
care about the
damn it.
recording. We're live.
Welcome to the Blue Reeds Podcast, episode number 309. I'm Adrian. That's David. That's Kells. Apparently, David just likes to do things on his own. He likes to go rogue. But
Well, that's what happens when you just start us live and fucking run away like an absentee father. Oh, I'm gonna go get the fucking cigarettes. I'll be right back, maybe.
but I am back.
Gotta go get milk.
So this is our video game podcast. We go live every Tuesday on youtube.com/@BlueRupees. We talk about video games a lot of times, but we talk about a lot of other stuff too. So listen for that stuff. Funny story this week, or actually today. I love doing this thing, and I'm glad I got to actually like really hammer it home. Today was one of my favorite instances of it. Is I have a set of freshmen this year, right? I have to rotate these freshmen in and out, and naturally I have a handful of boys that just don't want to do work. They want to just talk with their friend. And I walk by a couple times, I'm like, I'm trying to nudge them to work. They just don't want to work, or they're slow, like extremely slow on trying to work. I'm like, all right, cool. So we have a program where you could like check their computers, like look at their screens and all that stuff too. And I just kind of I glanced around. I'm like, all right, there's that kid with 4 words on his computer. So I went to his computer and I made him Google search, how do you make your voice deeper? And, and I called that out in the middle of class too. I'm like, hey, why is your computer searching up stuff how to make your voice deeper? And everyone's all, and again, these are brand new kids, by the way. This kid does not know many people. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's like, no. He closed it out, and I just put it back up again. I'm like, look, I'm looking at it right now. Why are you not? I was like, why are you not working on it right now? Like, stop looking up weird stuff, please, and can you get back to work? Dude, I did that at the juvenile center once. There was a one kid who was straight up. He was like 4'11" maybe, tiny little guy. And they were working at the computers. Kid was looking over here like at his friend's computer doing something. And so I go on the computer and made him Google search, how do you grow taller? And he looked back at it. He didn't know that I could control that. So he looked at his friend, just punched his friend in the shoulder for that. Oh, man.
My man taking risks at that point. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love fucking with them on that. I usually don't really... I don't go too crazy with that. I love when I do something like that, just to embarrass them a bit, because I'm like, get the fuck on. Like I'm and they don't know, especially, but like all the older ones know. So like sometimes if they fall asleep, I'll put on like 10 hours of Epic Sax Guy on there, just full blast on there. I'll put on there like a screamer image of just like something pop up there and they freak out for a second. I always fuck around with that stuff, but yeah, I got my second favorite one of just how do you get your voice to go deeper? And I walk over to him like, by the way, that's puberty whenever it hits, bro. I'm like, don't hop on my radar, dude. If you are a freshman hopping on my radar, then that's bad news bears for you, because you got to deal with me for 4 years. Don't do that. Do not hop on my radar. Do my work. Get out of here. Keep your head low and watch out for that shit, because now I'm just gonna pick on you for 4 fucking years, and God help you, no one's be able to handle that. Anyway, How y'all been this week? What's been going on, David?
In patch week,
Yeah, it's
so I've
patch
been
week.
patching shit, and in addition to
Uh,
that, we got a brand new
patch
remote
week.
control software. So I've been migrating all of our shit off TeamViewer and onto the new one, and fucking hell, it's actually why I'm back on my framework laptop right now. I've been trying to daily drive a Mac Mini for a few weeks now, and hating my life while doing it. But I am back on my Linux machine because the way our new remote tool works is it costs a fuck ton more extra to use the built-in web browser version of the remote access tool. Otherwise, if you want to remote into other work devices, you have to set up your device with the work account. So I'm like, I'm not setting up my Mac Mini on my work computer access tool. Not happening.
Yeah, they're gonna
So I
see
have my
why
window.
you're wanting to get deeper voice.
So I have my Windows side of my laptop set up with all of that because that's technically my work side. That's the only thing I really use my Windows partition for, is work in the occasional Steam game that's multiplayer that doesn't like Linux. And so I'm back daily driving my fucking framework laptop because whenever I work from home, I got to be able to remote into shit. So it's serendipitous though, because the mini PC that was in the bedroom died, so I just threw the Mac Mini in there instead. I'm actually almost out of spare computers. I have like 2 desktops left, and that's all I have for spare computers at this point.
God help you if that ever happens, brother.
Well, luckily, we're going to be retiring like a slew of new laptops soon because we have like a dozen or so laptops that can't upgrade past Windows 10, and support for that ends in like, what is that, like next month, something like that. So for compliance reasons, we will have to replace all those computers when that happens. So I'll be getting a new, fresh backup supply of spare computers.
Nice.
Dude, my work stopped like selling off the old product to workers, and it kind of pissed me off. Like, bro,
Selling, I
want
just
some-
fucking take them.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think it's because the IT guys are just yoinking that shit.
Yeah.
Because I asked about it, like, hey, so is this gonna get sold once we get like new shit? Well, because we upgrade, because we had the trash can Max, and then we
Yep.
got the laptops. Like, hey, so what's going on with these? How much you want for one? Like, oh, well, we're not selling them to employees anymore. It's like, you motherfuckers.
That
Come
is
on.
shitty because I will say my boss and I, at least when we go to retire shit, we will ask around first to see if anyone is actually in need of something. And then if no one says anything, then it's like, well, it's either we take it home and then we can repurpose it or give it out to other people that we know that need computers, or it ends up being recycled. I'd rather give it to someone or keep it, for a spare random use, than it just go to the trash. So
Yep. Yeah, fuck e-waste. Give me that shit.
that's right. It's not e-waste if I have every single room with a dedicated computer that can remote access any of the tools I'm self-hosting. One of these days I'll even have shit in the bathrooms. Let's go.
Besides that, anything else
But
going
aside from that, no, that's kind of been the key thing. Just a lot of that. Yeah, just a lot of updating servers and other bullshit.
on? Nice. Kels.
No, been boring. Not a whole lot going on. Here in
My
the
man
upcoming
earned
weeks,
his
though-
rest after that hard-fought battle in Vegas.
Exactly. And now, starting next weekend is whenever the qualifiers start popping back up. So back on the grind after that.
Hell yeah, brother.
What about you?
Just doing the work stuff. This is my last week of going home at a normal time until May. So I'm embracing it. Like I'm like, because I do the esports after school.
season or
Well, yeah, that's year long, and then I decided to do more because that's what I tend to do. And
my man was like, you know what? I'm done getting my master's degree. I have too much free time in my life. What the fuck else do I do?
honest.
Dude, that's my wife too, because she got her master's and now she's like, yeah, I'm thinking about going back to get, I think her PhD. Like,
Yeah.
you're fucking crazy. There's no fucking way.
Fuck you, get the bag, man.
No,
get
yeah.
yourself that fucking let her go. Get that sugar mama.
That's what I told her too. I was like, all right, you can be the sugar mama in this relationship. I'm cool with it. I'm the starving artist here.
You are the prototypical of that image of me showing my executive wife all the cards
The
and
Lego
comics
set,
I want to buy.
Dude, I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it for a second when I would graduate my master's. Like I'm a fucking masochist like that, where I was like, all right, thank God I'm done. And I saw the dope ass robes. I'm like, you know what I would love to do is I'd love to pull the hey, I'm doctor today if you piss me off. You know what I mean? But but it literally does nothing for my job. Like I can, it's literally just a name, does not increase pay or anything on my end. So
It's just an excuse for you to say, excuse me, it's doctor.
exactly.
That, or probably if you wanted to get like a front office job or some shit too, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, that's unless Mr. Orange wants to fuck me over, which is possible because I'm Mexican. We'll see. So, but yeah, no. I originally it was so actually let me back up. First year I started, I would do esports the whole way through. I'd stick through it, and it was tiring as fuck, but I did it. The second time I went, I made sure to only go 2 of the days, and I got out early for things. I'm like, all right, cool, so I can bounce out. And that's when we had a big flub where we almost lost our qualifications. I'm like, all right, I got to be here to make sure things don't go on fire, I guess. So I have a decent way of doing it where our other coach who came in, which apparently, side note, apparently one of our new faculty is like top 10 in state at Street Fighter. So I'm like, cool.
Really?
I'm gonna lob him in on that shit because I don't keep up with it enough to keep these guys going. So and I guess one of my students was talking to him and he's like, yeah, I would love to coach you guys. I'm like, fuck yeah, just anything, just because they're adding more shit. It's like they added Pokemon Unite on there, so I'm like, oh my god, there's
What the fuck?
there's
People
so
actually play that?
Yeah, I forgot that was even the game still.
brother. Worlds
I mean, pretty
happened,
soon I
and
guess we'll have
that was going
Pokemon
crazy at Worlds.
Champions.
Yeah, it was going crazy at Worlds. But yeah. So anyway, I have a good balance with one of my co-coaches where I'm like, all right, he's a student. He also likes he's a college student, so it helps him on the pay side too. So there's times where I'm gonna bounce out because I need sleep. But it was always Monday through Thursday, and then seldom like talking like maybe on one hand I can count how many Fridays I was there. But the masochist I am is like, all right, let me get a film club going. So we're doing that for Fridays now. So Monday through Friday, I'm gone. And then what I'm going to do actually is because I had to fight traffic, which kind of pisses me off about staying late because I stay late just to deal with the traffic. I'm going to do gym on those days that I'm there. So I'm like, cool. So I'll just, instead of waiting in traffic for an hour, I'll do the gym for half an hour and then drive home in half an hour. You know, it's like, might as well just do something productive with that time that I'm otherwise just sitting in traffic, you know? But yeah, so this is my last bit of time before I start selling that. And specifically because I got to make the film program bounce, like pop off. That's my huge thing. And actually, it's cool. I got my advanced class, and they're all cool. They're all running with it. I kicking one kid out because it doesn't belong in there, but everyone else is solid. Because it doesn't even belong. He's not taking my class for, and I gave him a shot. I'm like, all right, if you want to try, cool, but realize I'm a hard ass when it comes to these guys. Like, they love me, but I'm gonna be on your ass about things. Like, yeah, slacker immediately. I'm like, cool. Yeah, no. I brought him aside. Well, because I was already gonna kick him out, and then one of my students again, and they side with me. Like, they know I'm a hard ass, but they had the whole like, he got us some awards. He knows he's doing, and we love him. Like, I'm a hard ass, but I'm like, in a good way. Like, I'm still gonna like always support every way, but they know I'm like,
man knows how to cook.
I'm gonna fucking win shit.
Well, not only that, but being a hard ass about something that's fun is a lot different than being about a hard ass about something that no one wants to do, right?
Right.
Like, no one wants to be in the algebra class doing algebra with a hard ass teacher.
Right.
But if you're doing something fun and you're being a hard ass, it's because you legitimately like doing it.
Yeah, and also there's a gap though where it's like if you play too loose with it, it's gonna be a fuck around elective, right? That everyone's like, yeah, right. I just got a free A and didn't do shit. I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, of course I want you to have fun. This is elective. It's supposed to be like a break from the day, but also we're gonna do some shit, and we're gonna get some fucking awards because I love competing. So yeah, I saw him immediately like on his phone, and then like I said, my kids back me up. So I'm like, all right, cool. And one of the kids came to me, had him for a couple of years now. He's a good kid, and he comes to me like, hey, I don't want him in my group. I'm like, oh, I don't want him in my class, brother. So I pulled him aside, and I'm like, hey, can we talk outside? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, so I'm gonna move you to another class. He's like, oh, I mean, they kicked me out of their group, so I'm gonna hop in with them. Like, no, find another class. I will back you up. I'm gonna move you out. I'm like, you're not staying in here. Like, sorry. Like, I am expecting way too much, and I gave you a shot if you could run with the big boys, but also you're taking up a slot from other of my students who want to get in that class because there are 2 people that have just been no shows. That just happens. We have a 35 max, so that means I'm like, including them, I'm like 31 or 32, so I have like 3 slots left for other students, and I have like 2 or 3 trying to get in. So I'm like, I'm gonna maximize as much as I can. So sorry, but you are taking a slot of someone I'd rather have in here. So go, but like in the nicest way possible. Like, go do something you want to do. Like, why are you gonna be in a class you want to fuck around and not do anything? And like, go do something that you enjoy. But yeah, and actually, so we got word today or yesterday, that when we were able to submit 5 films last year, we can only submit 4 this year because the program got so big. And I'm like, ooh. So I broke that news to my advanced.
That's rough.
Yeah, and they scrap it out. Like, I make them compete with each other, and then we compete with everyone else, right? And I make them scrap it out. It's kind of like you're competing for varsity team, right? In that way. And I was, and
Why pick your favorite child when you can let your children pick the favorite children?
Right.
Exactly.
And so I kind of had a hunch about that too. I was like, we can submit 5. I have a bad feeling they're going to be 4 because they had 300 films submitted last year. I'm like, they're not going to let.
Holy hell!
They're not going to let a growing program have 5 films per, right? So I'm like, I don't know. And then sure enough, it's at 4. So I'm like, all right. So I broke that news to them. We have 4 groups in advance and 4 groups in my film ones. But I was like, we only got 4 slots. I was like, you guys can all kind of gun for it. If you don't want to, please let me know ahead of time so I can like, you can like bounce out of that. But we're going for something big this year because I'm like, also I played in mind. They have 4 genres: comedy, sci-fi, fantasy, drama, and thriller. And I'm like, also just be in mind, I'm not going to submit 4 dramas, right? Like, I'm not going to have you guys compete with each other, competing with the rest of the state. I'm going to play as practical as I can. I'm trying to chess play this shit, you know? So
someone's getting an award, damn it.
I am fucking trying, brother. I'm like, because when it comes to competition, maybe you guys know, but like, if you win something, that's fantastic, but it doesn't prove anything because I feel like I have that mentality where it's like, what if it's a fluke?
Right. Do it again.
Yeah. So that's how I was. Like, the first time I won the Smash, I was like, we got to go for back to back. Like, if I lose that again, I'm like, then it's a fluke, and it's like, maybe it's nothing, right? It's the same thing with this. I'm like, we got 2, but it's like, is it a fluke? Are we gonna do it, at least ruffle some feathers and go somewhere crazy this year? So we're locking on that. I have a group of boys that I'll share the story they have with you. It's like one that I'm like, I was like, dude, if you guys do that smart, you guys are gonna totally cause a lot of waves at the film festival, but you have to be so fucking smart about it. You can't write this bad. And I was like, I will help you figure this out, but prepare. I was like, get ready to submit it early. Like, this shit doesn't. I think the submissions don't start until like November, December. They're already writing it now because I'm like, you better start getting that on that now because you will cause waves if you make that. But be ready that you will get that shot back to you 100,000 times, and I'm ready for that. But
ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a really, really like intense. Actually, hold on, let me see. I'll just say it right now.
Like a camping movie, or
hold on, let me just do this and let me mute the stream for a second, and then we'll just I'll just say here. Let's see. Talk. Which one's on it? Okay, there.
Yapping.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so weapons.
So they're doing a current events film. Gotcha.
Whoops.
That's fine. It's actually funnier for them to get our reaction without the context of it.
Yeah, so we're doing weapons too.
Weapons are
Weapon harder.
Mhm.
All right, I'm back in. Yeah, so they have a real, and I was like, that's such a crazy idea, and it's so relevant. I'm like, you
You know,
guys
it
are gonna. I was
truly
like, go ahead.
that's the most ambitious thing I ever heard of. Doing DDR the movie. I can't fucking wait to see that.
Especially the Mario mix. It's
As a
crazy.
horror? Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
They've already bought 20 GameCubes for it. It's fucking insane the dedication.
So that was my conundrum today, because it was really like it bummed me out yesterday, because I'm like, oh fuck, like they're already competing over 5 slots. Now they compete if it gets 4 slots, and this is the first year that we have like a super group where it's like everyone's just like all together now. I'm like, so that bummed me out, and I was like, well, my film 1 class is very small. I was like, maybe no one really wants to compete in there. So I was like, I prepped the advance, because I'm like, film 1's eligible, so just be ready. And they're like, all right, cool. They have 4 groups in there, and then I go to my film 1, I tell them, and I heard them all like collectively gasp. And there was one girl who like kept me after class for like 5 minutes. She's like, what do I got to do? And I'm like, and this girl, I've had my eye on her because she is A24 coded. She has, I made them all write their top 5 films, just A24 like films down the line. And so I like gave her the Everything Everywhere All at Once screenplay book, and she was already like flipping through it. Like, I can tell. I'm like, all right, I see the vision here.
She's gonna cook.
Yeah. And she was like, all right, just let me know what I got to do. And I was like, here's the game plan. I was like, tomorrow I'll talk to you and give you some lay down. Like, I'll give you like all the everything that's in my head, like the ground level stuff and like what I'm looking for. Cool. Because like I mentioned way back when, I was like, when I was watching all these films, I watched as many as I could to see what kind of the competition looks like. I starred a lot of the ones that I thought were interesting, and a lot of those won awards. And I'm like, all right, cool. So if I know what they're looking for, then I'm gonna relay that back to my students, you know. But yeah, no, I'm going for it, especially with us being like just kind of like a staple for this year, trying to do that. I'm like, no, let's go for the gusto, dude. Let's go for it. The biggest dream I could ever have, I was like, I want to sweep some awards, dude. We can't physically do it now because like there's only the 4 slots, but I'm like, if we can get one movie in every category that makes a splash as a contender for each thing, and maybe even win something, I was like, dude, we could sweep some stuff, dude. That's the dream. That's the
my man's dedicated to making sure he fills that school's trophy cabinet so he never leaves that
and
fucking school.
And eventually that no. So I want to get at least one director that's big name so they can remember me and bring me out of this.
So they can pull me out of poverty and give me pity money.
Yeah.
Thanks to my high school teacher,
actually,
the one person who believed in me.
So I guess I could tell you guys about this is, so this is cute. Is all of our, like my girlfriend, the work wife, and their friends had a book club, right? They read the Ballad of Songs or Snakes and whatever.
Ballad of Bongs and Snakes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I forget. Snakes and something. The prequel.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. And then it was cool because one of them knew someone that kind of ran like this mini theater thing, and so they had a private theater screening, and so they brought all the partners, including me and everyone, to go watch the movie. And I said I love The Work Wife's Husband, just one of my favorite people of all time. And so we were just talking, and we definitely both had a couple beers in us, so we kind of just like started just rambling off. And he does film stuff, like he's already kind of in that industry, but just hard to take off on his end. And I was like, brother, the second if the second I take off, we're going for places, but we're gonna do something. And so he's like, all right, fuck it, let's just do it. I was like, all right, I need that kind of person to like just throw me in it. Like, hey, I'll set up the dominoes, go do it, because you know me. Like I'll have ideas, but it's hard for me to take them off because I just gotta get off the first step, and that's the hard step, you know. So he was like, all right, so I think the plan is in November, I'm gonna co-direct with his other person that he directs with, and then in the summer, I'm gonna direct my first solo short film on that end.
Oh,
and
interesting.
What I always thought would be kind of cool is what I do is I can sort of like, as the year ends, the kids that are seniors that are graduating, I can kind of create my little Avengers stars. And I'm like, all right, we work together. I know how well you are or how well you work. Hop on my thing. If you're doing nothing before for your college break or your college summer before you go off, then hop on here and let's put your name on a credit or something, right?
Can begin farming you for content now.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so the plan is there's already a script. He's finishing up the storyboards on it. I'm gonna help co-direct that to kind of get my feet wet on that end. And then I'm gonna go for something in the summer and hopefully get something on there, because I'm like, all right, I need to start doing this. I've I've kind of thought about for many years. I feel like at this point I'm going ambitious, but I'm kind of settling into a point where I feel good about things. So why
Are
not?
you doing something original? Or are you doing a variation of that? Because I know you've had a script for a while
No,
now.
that thing needs
Okay.
to be revised just because like it's been written 7 or 8 years ago now, and I'm a better writer than I was then, and I have so much more influence on things. You know, like there's gonna be some
Yeah.
David Lynch ass shit in there somehow, some way. Uh, but no, the first one we're doing is the workwife's husband's original script that he's doing,
Gotcha.
and he was gonna co-direct it, but he wants me to take that helm with it, and he wants to just act in it. I'm like, cool,
Oh,
that
okay.
works
Fair
because he's
enough.
like, I know the content best. I would love for you to direct that with my friend and do that. So I'm like, cool. And they actually had they co-directed this horror short film. They actually got some awards too. So the guy back there has proven on that end. And then
You know, kudos to him though for being able to step back in that capacity, because it's so easy to become the kind of Tommy Wiseau type where it's like, no, I must be involved in everything.
yeah, I mean he's realistic too, and he knows that just the film industry's kind of fucked right now. Still, like we're still not really recovering from that whole COVID bubble. Um, And so he knows, he's like, yeah, well, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to direct things. I'm going to probably do this. And even as he's like, my friend, he's a good director, but he'd be better as this. But I'm like,
Mm.
I just don't know if I can do anything besides directing. I feel like that's just kind of been my pathway of things. Like I'm just sort of conducting everything. You know, I know where the pieces should land and what I want them to land. So yeah, he wants to do that. And then the plan is that I prepare a short script to short as a short film in summer. And I might just do that and go for that. And hoping that the festival that we apply for the kids, I'm gonna put a bug in this guy's ear, especially if we make waves too. Like my brain, that's what it is. My brain just like plants itself in 40 different ways, and it's like one of those like you wait for all the dominoes to drop at once. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
the plan is get these kids going. That's the thing, but make them make a splash enough because the guy's on a first name basis with me. I didn't know who he was at first. I think I mentioned that already, but yeah, I didn't know who he was. So I'm like, all right, when I see him next time in April, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be, hey, I would love for you guys to bring that shit here. Like we got people here that are ready to go for it. I would love to enter for it. And I was told by the guy that was interviewing me, he's like, I think if you put that bug in his ear, he's gonna be a lot more likely to hop on that. I'm like, cool, consider it done on that end. It's a big moves because I'm happy where I'm at. I've been doing this shit for 6 years. I'm not ready for another chapter, but I'm ready to like brew up another angle of things because
Mm.
I've done my things. I've traveled. I had my whole summer of just fucking around and just ingesting so much creativity stuff. You know, like it's been cool doing all the movie stuff and Twin Peaks stuff like that. Like it's been cool. Like really get into the mind of the person that like I joke about it. I was into it, right? But really getting into the mind of the person that influenced everyone that I know
Yeah.
is so cool. Like it blows my mind, guys. It's like the Beatles shit, you guys know, where it's like no one gets it that these people spawned this, right? So when I see Twin Peaks,
Yeah, but in the case of the Beatles, you look back and wonder how.
I fuck with the Beatles. I like the Beatles, but
Well,
like I see Twin Peaks, right? And you just assume shows have always been like this. You assume shows have been serialized and they've been doing things and they're kind of like that. It's like no, it was Twin Peaks that spawned that shit. Really, like it's really the one that carried that torch into it. So really diving into that and kind of seeing where all my people have been falling into has been cool to like get me back on the boat of like, all right, I need to start creating stuff.
now next I just need you to watch Evangelion and everything will come full circle.
Yeah, well that's gonna be my whole near shit at that point. You know, I'm like, all right, this is where Yoko Taro gets his bullshit from. I've been thinking about it.
It's true.
I've been thinking about it, but it's harder. It's not like Twin Peaks where I just have a box set. It's like because I really wanted to get that one box set, you know, but didn't have the dub or something on it, right?
It didn't have
I-
Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah,
And it didn't have the right dub, yeah.
It didn't have the right dub, and again, you have a homie that can hook you up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and I'm sure, and I'll probably resort to that, but like, brother,
I'm pretty sure me
I
and David both have the full Eva collection digital.
yes, I do. I have every single fucking 4K for the fucking series,
I'll set it up
as
but,
well as Blu-ray.
But
Do you need
dude,
Death or End? They're sitting right here next to me. Some extras I
Don't,
had.
also,
I
don't
accidentally
bother.
bought two, I
Also,
don't know
don't
why.
waste your time with Death. Death is a funny thing to go back and revisit, but I would never recommend anyone actually watch Death
It has
other
some
than
really
a curiosity.
Cool, it has cool cover art. and it looks cool on the shelf with everything else.
So
It does have a cool. Wait, why do you have those right there?
Well, because I was going through my stuff, I was putting stuff on my shelf, and I realized, I'm like, wait, why do I have extra copies of Death and End? Oh well, guess I have extra copies.
I'm sitting here like, wait, what the fuck? I have a vague understanding of your room's layout at this point. I'm like, why the fuck do you just have those on hand?
Ava is life. I keep that thing on me.
I understand. I still keep my even though I have the Blu-ray releases, I still keep. Hold on.
Okay, am I gonna have to fucking get the rest of my shit now?
Yeah, apparently. I think you guys. It is a competition now.
Don't tell them I'm missing Thrice, so I still need to cop that. I just realized that the other day too.
I wish there was just like one box set that was nice and pretty, had everything in it.
Yeah, they are doing a re-release for Thrice. I'm kind of hoping those 3 movies come out in like a box set, and then it'll be complete because you have the Blu-ray and then you have the rebuilds in a box set. But maybe one day. Well, actually, I don't think wait. I think the Blu-ray might have in.
No, I know I put it in storage at this point.
Man, fucking liar.
Liar. He's a fake fan.
Fake poser.
I'm not even sure he watched it now.
No, fucking Bullface lied. It is not in that closet. I've already put it in storage because I have too much shit.
He's lying.
But I still,
David
even
doesn't
though I
have a
have the
storage.
modern Blu-ray releases, I still have my Platinum Collection DVD set just for the nostalgia of it.
See, I don't have the Platinum one. I have the other box set for DVDs.
Dude, I don't know, like I also, like, upon like reflection of things, like I know that I do miss things. So for example, actually, while Kels is gone, you know how I had that thing about like the intro being played during shows that like pops off at the best moment ever?
Yeah.
They play the intro a lot in the first 2 seasons, but they only did it once in the 3rd season, David. And it came at a part that is fucking incredible. And it took me like a couple weeks to realize that. Again, I'm decompressing in the grand scheme of things, but
Gotcha, you got the original set. Okay.
Yeah.
there was something
perfect
sublime
set.
about living on a couch for a week, guys, and just consuming this entire fucking thing.
I watched episode 1 last night, the night before.
How many episodes are there total? Like, how much watch time in total, you think?
Of what?
Evangelion.
Oh. It's 26 episodes of the original series, 4 episodes of which are director's cuts that have like 2 extra minutes of content each episode. Then there's the end of Evangelion after that, and then there's the 4 rebuilds, of which all 4 of them have director's cut versions. So 1.11, 2.22, 3.33, and I think it's called
1.
like 3.1 plus 1.0 plus 15 minutes. Or something like that.
So pretty much the original series and then the rebuilds are like the essential shit.
Yeah.
So a series and then 5 movies.
Basically.
And essentially End is like a recap of the series, just kind of like a little bit different.
Well, if you're talking about True End, because True End includes Death and Rebirth. And Death and Rebirth is the recap of the series.
Yeah.
And then End is its own kind of thing. End is basically what the last 2 episodes of the TV series were meant to be.
Yeah.
And then they ran out of budget. And that's why we ended up with such wonderful scenes as like a 1.5-minute long elevator scene where nothing happens.
Looking back on it, I just love how much of a troll it is now to people. Like back then it was meant for them just to be like, okay, we have to wrap this up somehow with the money we got. But now it's just such a troll because you get through like the whole series, it's hitting that crescendo, and then all of a sudden it's just like, what the fuck is?
Especially the last few seconds of the of the Virgil TV series. God damn, the most hilarious punch in the face. But also, shout outs to the end of Evangelion for having the wildest fucking cold open. One of the most iconic moments in anime history, and it's the cold open to the goddamn movie.
It was so funny. The other day, me and my buddy were having a conversation. We're like, okay, because we seen him. I forget what we watched, but we're like, all right, well, we can add that movie to the list of movies where a guy comes and you see the cum. And he's like, wait, what other movies are there? I was like, well, have you ever watched Into Evangelion?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Love that.
Oh,
Dude. Speaking of spending
of
too much
cum.
money.
Yeah, of guys coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Honestly, Remedy put out a bunch of bullshit out the last like couple days. I got that book. I got the signed copy.
I was so tempted to, but I was like, yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna put it.
Right there. There's a whole ass shelf right there for it. I'm
Right.
ready for that. That thing sold out in 40 minutes, I think, for the signed copy. So it's going crazy. But yeah, no, I grabbed that, and God bless it. I'm glad that I got the thermos because apparently everything else on IM8bit's open pre-order. So I'm like, cool, because I don't have money for shit right now. I'm like, that would suck because they have everything I want. They have they have the ashtray control like PJ set. They have and
I almost got the ashtray. Yeah.
they have, it's going on sale the 21st. They have a low polygon Max Payne shirt. They have the lunchbox from Alan Wake 2. Like I'm buying all this. So that's gonna be rough. Yeah, no, that took a lot of my money. But speaking of, am I wrong?
Yes.
No, I don't. Oh yeah, shut up, David. Kels, was Alan Wake writing something called The Return in one?
No.
Yeah.
It
I
was
don't remember that.
Departure, but I thought they were talking about Return as well at some point.
It's been so long since I played the first one, but I feel like
I thought so
That
too.
was-
and we didn't
I
have
don't
to.
remember that.
just I only say that because I remember playing 2 and being like, oh, it's that.
Yeah,
But again, it's been like since the game came out.
So I remember
since Alan
in
Wake.
American Nightmare there was a lot more direct talk of what he's been writing, but I don't remember anything being called The Return.
yeah, I'd have to look because I know Departure was a thing. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I remember Return also being a thing because obviously that's what he talks about. I'm like, I can't tell who did if we're just homage plagiarism to Twin Peaks or if they beat Twin Peaks to it somehow, some way, where they did their Return first. But yeah, I'm so ready for that for us to dive in. I am ready for. I'm down to play Control again too, and then fucking Control, right? The whole spiel about the whole like you always see the redacted ass pages and stuff like that. The Twin Peaks book. That's what it is. It's got files in the Twin Peaks book that all have redacted shit on it. I'm like, motherfucker, you guys are just like this is literally just the game version of everything at this point, like exactly what it is. So
And part of me wonders because they're like the whole Remedy sale that they're like doing on Steam and everything. Like for some reason, it's focusing around Control. Like they're doing like an interview talking about like the design
is
process. Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering. I'm like, are they gonna announce something about like a Control 2 or like maybe a follow up to
well,
Control?
it's already being made or it's in production.
well, like an actual like announcement, like
I
teaser
could see
trailer,
something
like,
maybe around
Like a
Game
trailer?
Awards season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited, dude. I want David to play it so bad. I'm
One day.
I'm so excited for him to do that.
you know what would be cool is if they did another Alan Wake 2 DLC. But
and
was, like,
oh,
the
it goes to
AWE
Control.
Yeah, like the AWE.
That's what was gonna
expansion
happen.
for Control.
That's where we're gonna go with one of them.
Well, that and I always thought because in Alan Wake 2, when you go to the trailer park by the coffee mill or whatever, there's a trailer that you go into that talks about an artist that was there making a sci-fi comic book.
Mhm.
So I always thought like maybe he was another person that kind of like tapped into the powers that be, and we were gonna get something there, but
Yeah.
that never happened.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna go crazier with. Well, I mean, they kind of do with why am I blank on her name? Holy shit.
Jesse?
Yeah, they did the Jesse DLC, and they had it was pretty much just Control content.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, no, I want David to dive into that, and I would love to replay that too. So we'll see how that goes.
One day.
Yeah, you said. I mean, you told us it was gonna be done this year.
I mean, we
Motherfucker.
also were talking about a thing that would have given me an excuse to do that this year, but
I thought you I thought you liked video games. You had any excuse to play video games?
I play a bunch of other video games.
Oh yeah, what'd you play this week then? Prove it
Yeah.
to us. Tell us about
All
it.
right. Hell yeah.
Nothing.
What I played this week, more Balatro is what I played this week.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
I got my goal. I beat Black challenge difficulty at least. Yeah, that's what I played was more Balatro. It's patch week. I don't have time on patch week.
Hell yeah. I played a bunch of the Battlefield 6 beta. Still fun. I didn't play as much of the first week of the second week as I did the first, just because like I didn't want to wear myself out on it. It's kind of like, yep, I get what's happening here. I like it. This is cool. I'm just ready for the full game now. So.
Does it feel like a return to form?
Yeah, no, it feels really good. There's minor things like, of course, people are finding like weird spots to get into that you shouldn't be. Some of the maps have like funky spawns or like the placement of stuff's kind of weird, but that's all stuff that can be hammered out, hopefully. So it's definitely not a 2042 situation. It's definitely more of a 3 or 4 situation in terms of like quality of gameplay.
We're so bad.
Okay, so better.
For sure better. It's so funny too because 2042 is having like a last hurrah pretty much. They're having like a battle pass with free stuff on it, and if you complete challenges, you'll unlock shit for 6. And so a lot of people are going back. Yeah, a lot of people are going back to 2042, and they're like, "This game fucking sucks." It's like
I really wanted to like 2042 because I liked Battlefield 2041 back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great game. Just because it was like, all right, cool, you gave me Battlefield with fucking mechs, let's go. And
no mechs.
they did
What the
not...
fuck?
Yeah. Like you fucked up on the whole idea of Battlefield, a futuristic Battlefield. You gave us drones, but no fucking mechs.
And wingsuits that were like the coolest part of the game, but you know.
And you gave us shitty fucking Call of Duty like fucking kill streak effects. What the fuck? No one asked for this.
And yet Titanfall's dead.
Right. R.I.P.
We used to be a country, a real country.
Ironically, Battlefield killed Titanfall too.
Dude, you know what I saw on Sunday?
These nuts.
That Shin Godzilla 4K, baby.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Ooh.
So good. I never saw Shin Godzilla, and it's so fucking good.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Fucking love.
Speaking of Evangelion, same guy who did that.
Yeah, same guy.
nice. Goddamn, he's a motherfucking disgusting monster when he comes up there, but then you go to like him. And I saw online.
I love it whenever like one of the first times he came in the city, he's like that big old slug monster
with his eyes bulging.
Yeah.
That unironically, Shin Godzilla is my wife's favorite fucking Godzilla film, and the way she always explains it to people, she's like, Godzilla just wanted a fucking beach vacation, and no one would let this poor Muppet have a beach vacation.
Dude, I didn't realize how fondly the internet thought of that version of him. So like, there's plushes of that version of Godzilla all over the place.
Yeah,
I want to get one.
It'll be hilarious when you go back and watch Evangelion though, because half of the music cues are from Evangelion. You're gonna be watching Evangelion, and you're like, wait, I know this song. I know this song. Oh, I think I know what's about to happen based on my knowledge of this song.
I wanna see Shin Ultraman now.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so I have
that
no
one
clue.
fucks.
I heard
Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider.
I heard
especially.
Kamen Rider was not good for some people.
I liked Kamen Rider. I'll admit, I'm not like the largest Kamen Rider nerd. I've always been more of a Sentai person than a Kamen Rider
Hell
person. But it's kind of one of those things that I thought Shin Kamen Rider was great. But again, that's coming from someone that's not like a deep lore fanatic of the Kamen Rider franchise.
Yeah, because I heard people.
So it looked like Anno didn't direct Ultraman, he just produced it, but he did direct Shin Kamen Rider and Godzilla.
Okay, I definitely want Ultraman or is on my list.
See, I'm just
Ultraman
never a big
fucks.
Ultraman fan in general. But
I want to see more. I have
fucking-
the old Japanese box set. I was gonna watch it with a friend, but they were like, "No, that's out of my realm." I'm like,
if you want to go into like the kind of like more goofier realm of it, I highly recommend Karate Robo Zabugar. That one is a
Spell
lot
that?
of fucking fun. Karate Robo, and then Zabagar is Zabgar. It is basically like a Kamen Rider style story, but it has a lot more kind of slapstick kind of thrown into it.
Mm,
It's a fantastic time. I highly recommend that one. That one's a lot of fun.
nice. Yeah, that was a great ass time on there, and it made me. I think that was the one where Godzilla clicks to me as just a franchise now, because like, you gotta. It's funny because like God bless the diehard Godzilla people, but you gotta like really treat it like a comic book. You know, like this Batman's not that Batman, that Batman's not this Batman. You know.
Right.
Yeah, because it really is dependent on the eras of Godzilla. Like, I have a bi-weekly movie viewing session I have with a bunch of my friends. And one of the things we do is on our birthdays, we always get to pick the film that week. And I decided to have them watch Godzilla versus Destroya. But in order to have them watch that, I basically had to do like a PowerPoint presentation explaining the whole history of that era of Godzilla.
And then you weren't
in order
invited
for
back
that
next year.
film to make sense. Exactly.
Yeah, no, even the current three, right? Like, the MonsterVerse, obviously a whole different Godzilla.
Yeah, that's American Godzilla is always a whole different thing. But even with Japanese Godzilla, it's usually broken up by the era of the reigning monarchy or emperor, whatever you want to use in that term. So like the Heisei era, the Showa era, etc. It breaks it up during those, but even within there, they still have their own certain storylines and continuities. So like almost every Godzilla at least uses the 1954 Godzilla as like the base of the story.
Yeah.
But then that Godzilla goes through its own storyline, but then that Godzilla dies, and then in some continuities they either say, JK, he didn't die and we're continuing his adventures, or okay, that Godzilla died, but there's another Godzilla of the same species that we're just going to keep calling Godzilla even though he's not that Godzilla. And that Godzilla's corpse is relevant to other monsters that we need to have information on.
I always relate it. It's like Halloween, right? Like there's the first Halloween, and then there's so many different branching time, or like Zelda. You start off with the first, and then there's different variations that build off of that, and there's always gonna be a changing timeline or a changing narrative.
I think this sold me on getting that Criterion box set. The only issue is that I've heard really shitty things about the book, because it comes like a giant book, and it's apparently shit to hold all the Blu-rays in. So people on Etsy actually sell like box covers for that work a lot better. So I was gonna grab that, but I was always tempted to buy it because it's like 150 for like the whole entire Showa era.
Yeah, the Showa era is like what's like 17-ish Godzilla
yeah,
films.
for like 150 is I think it's maybe like 125. I think. So yeah, I was gonna do that, but even going back to like, right, yeah, obviously the American one, but like even -1 to Shin, like it is a different story.
Yeah, they're entirely different continuities,
right?
Yeah.
And but even then, it's not even continuities that it's there. It's like one is like Shin Godzilla was really based off like
it's
politics.
more of like a political,
yeah. And whereas like the -1 was really a humanistic war one, like it's really cool that they bend around that. Obviously they still always follow the I mean, except for the American ones, but the at least what I noticed is like they follow up that core of like what Godzilla always truly was, which is like an allegory for like the bombs,
nuclear bombs.
So it's cool they keep that inside of them. And before I dive off of this, just to yap for a second longer, I watched Nobody 2. Fantastic.
Nice.
Had a good time with it.
So you haven't seen the first one. I've heard they're good movies though.
Yeah. Not John Wick, but still fun.
Yeah. Have you watched? So going back to Godzilla, have you watched -1?
I did. -1's fucking incredible.
Phenomenal. Also on the Godzilla thing, just because it's not often I get to talk about Godzilla, and I do have a deep fucking love of some Godzilla. I will say some Godzilla films I do always recommend to people, even if they're not necessarily ones that most fans appreciate.
I highly recommend Godzilla vs. Biollante. I feel like especially the further we get in life, but Godzilla vs. Biollante is a more socially important film.
Okay.
I also highly recommend actually what I was saying, Godzilla vs. Destroya. It is one of my favorite ones. Godzilla Final Wars is phenomenal, but you do need to have some baseline understanding of the entire history of Godzilla to like fully appreciate it. But at the same time, it's also possible to enjoy that and just turn your brain off if you like American Godzilla, because that one is very much just, if you don't understand the history of Godzilla, it's just Godzilla fucking up his entire rogues gallery. It's the equivalent of like watching a Batman film where he just fucks up every Batman villain. So you can enjoy it on that level, but if you understand and appreciate the history of Godzilla, you can see how it's like a wonderful kind of send off to the franchise. So I recommend that one as well. I do also, honestly, just the Hisui era in general, I really fucking appreciate for Godzilla. I know it's not a lot of people's favorites, but I feel like that era of Godzilla has created the most lasting, socially important ones. The Showa era is the one that gave us all the characters we care about. It gave us Mothra, it gave us Ghidorah, but it's really the Hisui era, as far as I'm concerned, that gave us the most enduring stories. So that is what I would recommend. Check out that era of Godzilla. Absolutely phenomenal. And then also check out Final Wars.
One.
I hate you. That is one of my favorite fucking scenes in goddamn fucking Final Wars, is Godzilla coming across Zilla and going, what the fuck is this thing, and just fucking destroying it with reckless abandon. It is like 3 seconds of Godzilla looks at that goddamn atrocity and says fuck right on off and just kills it and moves on with its day.
I've been watching.
Yeah, it's so stupid. They just watched Jurassic Park and they're like, yeah, let's do that, but with Godzilla.
I've been watching
hell.
clips of Godzilla X Kong again, the New Empire.
Mhm.
It's just so, dude. It's so fun, and I stand by. I'm like, get the humans out of it, because I just want to see these two duke it out and team up like that. That's
Oh,
the,
100%. In American Godzilla, that's all I want. I want to. American Godzilla, as far as I'm concerned, is like a superhero movie. I just want to see them fight.
it's
Yeah, it has
I'm sorry, it's like a
the,
WWE movie.
Well, yeah,
I don't know anything about it,
but
but it's like, who's teaming up, who's fighting, you know?
yeah, well, it has the problem that the Transformers live actions do. It's like, I don't give a fuck about the human part. Like, all the interesting stuff that I'm here to see is not being focused on. Just
Like,
give me that.
they keep wanting to bias in on that, and to be on their credit, they've gotten better and lessened it throughout, but it's still not there yet. At some point, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, just have these guys fucking duke it out, because I can't remember a fucking thing from Godzilla X Kong aside from the money shots in there, which is like Kong getting jumped and using the mini Kong as a fucking weapon against everyone. The pyramid fight, and then straight up the end fight at Rio, where they're just dude, that shot is it, dude. When they're in the other world and you hear Godzilla roar, Scar looks up and you know he's like, oh fuck. And then you see Godzilla just come out of the fucking ground, and here comes Kong behind him, like, I brought my motherfucker. And then they're just charging each other. Fucking Scar jumps on Shimu, and then and Kong decides, oh yeah, that's kind of dope, let me do that shit too. Just jumps on Godzilla. They're just doing that fucking the most cinematic fight like that. Like, these are two lizards and two monkeys fighting, dude. And it's just like, everyone's like, let's go, dude. It's
Still
like,
gotta get around to watching Monarch.
I got to eventually.
I ironically love Godzilla versus Kong, like the one before New
Yeah.
Empire. That one's so much fun.
Yeah, it's dumb fun. It is. Again, it's fucking just. It feels to me like a superhero film of like, fuck it, weird little villain, weird little fucking dude. Just let them fucking fight, and then oh no, surprise! Maybe this guy wasn't the big bad after all. Now they have to team up and be friends.
That, and I just really like some of the things that they did, like the whole storyline that they had with Mechagodzilla and powering it by Ghidorah's brain and stuff like that. That was so.
It felt like a fun little, not direct callback, but like a little nod to OG Godzilla continuity. because that was kind of like the whole point. Again, so many Godzilla continuities use the corpse of OG Godzilla as like the fucking starting point for their stories, because like the whole point of original Mecha Godzilla is the Martians decided to go ahead and create their own Godzilla, but they somehow recovered parts of the original Godzilla from the 54 film to create Mecha Godzilla. And so you go ahead and use that elements of like the Ghidorah to kind of further that concept. Wonderful little nod.
I still think they killed off Ghidorah too quickly, but I mean, that's not
100%. Especially because again, King Ghidorah is one of the most enduring Godzilla villains. Like, Ghidorah is not like the final boss of Godzilla, but in so many ways, for the Showa era especially, Ghidorah feels a lot like the final boss for fucking Godzilla.
Well, he's kind of like that. He's kind of like that Vegeta character. He comes in. He's like the first formidable threat that comes in and just fucks shit up, and it gives you that feeling like, oh god, he's here and he means fucking business. This isn't a monster of the week situation.
No, well, technically, I suppose Rodan is more like the Vegeta because he ends up joining the team after.
True.
But he kind of feels like more like the Frieza, because at the end of the day, Frieza just keeps fucking coming back because Toriyama was, rest in peace, motherfucker. But Toriyama was too scared to do anything new with this fucking series. I adore Dragon Ball, but the man was too scared to let anything fucking evolve in that fucking series other than the hair length of the characters.
Which sucks because I don't know. I've always stood by letting the characters grow as time is just always a fun thing, and King of the Hill kind of just solidifies that, right? Where I'm like,
yeah,
oh, this is like I can't. I'm sure King of the Hill, if it just kept going through and doing the Simpsons thing, would have been fine. But the time jump is so fresh and really just breathes an insane whole new world into that thing. Where I'm like, all right, cool. Like this is nice.
No, like honestly, it's one of those things where like I have in recent years become a Bob's Burgers fan. I never liked it when it first came out because I'm like, oh, this is just like fucking Family Guy, and yeah, exactly.
It's not.
Like, it's the same shit. And then after like season 3, I'm like, okay, now it's starting to hit its own unique stride. It's starting to get interesting. But they're entering into like their fucking 16th season soon. And I'm kind of like,
damn.
After watching King of the Hill season 14, like, I could use some fucking shakeup in this goddamn cast. I could use them kind of getting aged up a little bit. We've done these same stories long enough that even Pokemon moved on eventually from Ash. Like,
I'm not giving them credit for that shit. They dude, I think Pokemon would have been such a cool thing if they kept aging it up. But I guess hold on wait, before I'm getting ADHD right now. They did. Is that a meme or is it they post like, hey, there's a thing tomorrow, and then it has like, it looks like almost some Left 4 Dead shit.
No,
no, that's legitimate. So it's not tomorrow; it's on the 21st.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
so this
viewer discretion advised on it.
Yeah, viewer discretion is advised, is what they actually outright said, directly from the Pokemon.
So I'll shut the
company.
fuck up, I guess. All right, Pokemon. Let's see if you can actually shut me up.
So, well, we're already on the subject, so I'll talk about that real quick, because this is what I messaged you to earlier. So I'm fascinated to see where this goes, because one of the things they did for Pokemon Go when they introduced the Ultra Beasts into Pokemon Go is they effectively did found footage horror films to introduce the Ultra Beasts. And they're actually really good little short films. I highly recommend them. They're like a minute long. They're like basically TikTok videos. But all of them have that like short footage, found footage horror where all of a sudden these kind of alien-like creatures from other fucking planes just show up, and they have either like an X-Files feel where it's like, oh, that was a weird thing. Here's what we know about this creature so far. I guess we'll revisit this later. Or like it shows up and it fucking kills someone. Or is like in the middle of killing someone when it cuts the footage. And it's like, oh, fucking Pokemon got dark for a second there. Okay. And what's interesting is there's a lot of theories of where this could be building. Obviously, it feels like it's leading into something with Legend ZA. A lot of people are speculating that's just, we're going to get like a poison mega Pokemon reveal. but I kind of hope that it is actually something involving darker lore with Legends ZA, especially considering that, like, in Pokemon X and Y, one of the whole major points of that game's storyline is there's this dude named Azel who was this
AZ.
immortal who was walking the earth because his fucking partner Pokemon died. And so he just wanted to go ahead and have a chance to like recreate that Pokemon. And the head of Team Flare was like, okay, we're all about beauty, but like we're gonna find beauty in the ultimate sense of it by just literally nuking all existence and recreating the world in the image we want. And so it went into these insane things, and it kind of ended at this point where they were going ahead and creating this like 3,000-year-old ancient ultimate weapon that was basically a genocide gun. It was gonna.
Are they
wipe
doing
out
any of this?
all
Or are we
humanity on
just
Earth.
reading through it in a Pokedex entry?
No, that's
No,
the story of X and Y.
No,
Just
and
straight up. That
I get that, but like, do you think we're gonna like get as deep crazy with this again, or do you think we're
Well, in this one, it's weird because the trailers, like, it shows you interacting with AZ, but he's like a friendly guy now. So it, and I think
Yeah.
that's what happens at the end of X and Y, right? If I remember,
Yeah,
right,
because
it's kinda like-
basically you bring back his dead Pokemon, and
Right,
he's
it
like,
makes him
okay, I'm
nice
chill
again.
now.
yeah,
It's his morality pet, essentially. Literally
John
and
Wick back in
figuratively, it
dog.
is his morality pet. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
this dude who's immortal and has walked the earth for like 3,000 years, basically decides to like, okay, I'm gonna settle down and own a like resort now.
after he
it-
just tried to do a third impact, no biggie.
Yeah, after he basically just decided to wipe humanity off the face of the fucking earth.
We'll just forgive him. It's all chill.
Yeah, I mean that's the Pokemon way. Again, fucking the whole story of Sword and Shield is the president of this fucking country is like, you know, maybe I'm just gonna like genocide all Pokemon for the sake of having infinite power and energy. And everyone's like, oh, you. But you know, I get the feeling that at most it'll start to kind of play into a lot of the the elements of darker themes in Pokemon, because that's what they've started to be willing to do with the Legends games. Is like Legends Arceus is a dark fucking game. Like when you actually pay attention to what's going on in the narrative.
see? And
what
that's
a
where I
lot
had
of-
the issue with it, though. Like, I get it, I get that, but it's like I want to feel it and not have to like look for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Legends Arceus is like a JRPG in the most simplest sense. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're doing mundane tasks. Now go fight God.
Yeah, it's literally like, all right, go fight like the ultimate harbinger of God. Now fight him again right after fighting him. Now actually fight God right after fighting him and fighting him in his final form.
Right. He has a second phase.
He has 3 phases. Fucking took me off guard when I fucking fought it. Thankfully, at that point, I had all level 100 Pokemon because I fucking grinded the shit out of that game because I was shiny hunting so much. But
so yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to have some more franchises that like said fuck it and just aged up with us, you know? Like
Yes.
it's
and I think that's what they're trying to do with the Legends games.
God help it took 25 years, but hey, that's
But here's the thing is at the end of the day, as unfortunate as it is, we've talked about this a lot before in the past. The Pokemon games are there to serve as marketing for all the merch.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the unfortunate thing. But we have Pokemon Champions now, which we'll talk a little bit about more later, which is going to basically take the focus of Pokemon away from Pokemon and create its own little thing. So maybe, it opens the way for the mainline games and even the side games to be more weird and creative. I mean, we got Fire Emblem Pokemon once already. Maybe one day in the future we'll get it again.
Hey, we
Fucking
have MOBA
yeah.
Pokemon too.
Yeah.
I see. I feel like the mainline games are always going to be on the safer end. That's
I don't
that's
think
bread
they
and butter, and
w-
they always sell. I think they're going to at this point, if they've done the same kind of thing, I know I'm using that very loosely, right? I'm sure that I know they do different things, but like they're doing the same general thing for this many years. I can't imagine, especially if they can't be fucked to like give it a good performance, you know?
Well, I mean, that's just because Game Freak's shit at coding, and
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
because
Like I
yeah,
like it. I just don't see it. I see. I
Yeah,
could maybe
P.
the spin-offs
XP.
go crazy with it, but
Ugh.
I don't know. It's still
Well, the mainline games have kind of like rubbed up against it a few times. Like main day we were saying X and Y kind of hits it, and then was it Black and White? I think also hit it also with fuck, what's his name? I think his name's In. He's like the little prodigy kid that
Mhm.
tries to also destroy the world.
see.
because he's
And I get that 100%, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm being super ignorant. I could be. It's like I played those games. I can't remember fuck all about those. Like I feel like I just played them like as a Pokemon game. I was like a kid, right? I was like, funny Pokemon hit, attack. And I'm sure like you could dig deeper and find it. It's kind of one of those. And maybe people some prefer that, right? It's like one of those. You get what you put into it, you know. But at the same time too, I love just fuck with me, dude. Just throw it out there and let me have to live in it, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like even going back to the originals, right? We had what was it, Lavender Town with the
Mhm.
whole like, oh, there's a ghost haunting the town. There's like a heavy fog on the town.
Hey, that song
And
fucked everyone up. Remember, like the curse
right,
of the
the whole creepy pasta
yeah.
and everything spawned like a whole new thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, like you were saying, I hope they have a few different avenues, right? Because they have the main line, they have the Let's Go games, and now they have the Legends games. They can like scale it, right? They can do Let's Go as baby's first Pokemon. Hey, we're gonna have happy joy time. Come catch cute Pokemon, do little simple battles, get you into the formula. Meanwhile, the mainline games can be a little bit more, I don't know, play it on the safe side as well, but kind of be like that next jump up from Let's Play. And then I think they should go all in with Legends and just be like, no, this is our rated T game, right? This is our for the more not adult, but older audiences,
yeah.
technically. You are people that have played Pokemon before. You're familiar with the franchise, and we don't have to put the training wheels
See,
on you.
I wonder if Pokemon it takes notes from Disney on that end too. Because remember how Disney was like very adamant. Remember Deadpool's gonna happen? They're gonna say Deadpool was PG-13, and I was like, no, fuck off, like, no. And then little by little, Disney's like, all right, yeah, you know what, Blade is gonna be rated R. Yeah, Deadpool's rated R. Like, all right, cool, we'll let that a little bit. I feel like maybe Pokemon's like, all right, so you can have a Disney Plus with R-rated movies, and nothing happens. Like I could feel because I mean those are two of the biggest franchises right there, right?
I mean,
Disney
we're
and
never
Pokemon.
outright gonna get like an M-rated Pokemon. That is the sad reality.
Imagine, brother.
I would love. I mean, M-rated Pokemon is just Shin Megami Tensei, but
True. I don't know. It's just a bummer that sometimes like again, just I'm so happy King of the Hill just did that thing and aged up. It didn't. But like content didn't age. Like
yes,
it's still the
bring
same
it
shit.
back to that point.
The content didn't age, right? Like the content itself didn't age. It's still the same thing. But like it was cool to get a refresher on just people getting aged up because it just breaks the monotony of like, hey, same shit, different episode.
For sure.
Let's see, where did I get off on that one from? I don't remember at all. Kels, you play anything else?
Nope, that's it. Battlefield 6.
I need to play some. I still have not booted up Rivals. I like popped
I
in for a
know. I need to
second.
try out Blade. I really want to fuck with him.
We'll have to do that maybe next
I
week.
keep hearing people saying that he's kind of like a Wolverine character. It's one of those ones. He's not great on the surface, but if you're like someone that can one trick him and can really fit into comps with him, he can be really killer.
We need to do that because when Helldivers 2 comes out, I'm playing that.
Oh yeah, I need to play that.
I'm jumping on that.
ODST.
I booted up Cyberpunk, so I've been playing a little bit of Cyberpunk.
Story of my fucking life. I booted up Cyberpunk.
Uh-huh.
Never played more than in a couple hours of it, but I've booted that game up a lot.
But Switch 2, I'm waiting for my Satisfy grip because I hate playing the Switch 2 handheld so much.
I actually like it.
I can't. Like I try to. I find little ways to like make it better, but I just do not like it. I don't like that.
I've played my Switch 2 handheld more than I have my Switch 1.
I'm not doing that shit until I get that Hori split pad. But even then, the battery's ass on the Switch 2, so I can't imagine how long I would.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah.
But I lay in bed where I have a fucking nightstand with electricity right next to me, so
I brought my Switch 2 for one of my Smash players to mess around with. He's having fun with it, but he hands it back to me. He's like, battery's ass. It went down
It's
20%,
literally,
and I
it's
was not doing
legitimately
anything.
worse than the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck's not bad at all. I feel like
Well, it
but you can
depends
also
what you're
fuck around.
playing.
You can fuck around with settings too, though, which is nice.
Yes.
Um,
Steam Deck, if you're playing visual novels and you crank everything down to like the minimum, it lasts like 11 hours and it's wonderful. If you're playing an actual like intensive game, it's still like 2 hours, maybe 3, but
right, and then yeah, but it's it can last a while, like for sure if you put it in the right spots and play the right games on it. Reminds me of a lot of the Vita at some point where it just lasts for a while. Miss that Vita.
honestly, even like my Vita now, that's like one of the launch models that I haven't had to replace the battery in that Vita yet. It still fucking goes for quite a while.
Me neither, because I think I'm rocking the original because it was OLED.
Yes. I have that one and I have the PSTV just as a backup, but like I haven't needed to switch to it yet.
Nice. I've been struggling because I wanted to play games, but I just don't feel like booting much up. So played a little bit of Cyberpunk, started up a whole new thing on there. Playing little by little. I don't have it with me, but just spoilers for what I got. I ended up getting the Switch 2 Pro controller.
Gross.
Feels great, dude. That controller
I've been
feels
so tempted because they have it on discount at Costco. So I'm like, ooh.
Every review
$10
talks
off, I
about
need
how
it.
it has less battery life and how it's less repairable.
I've
Hey,
never
you
had to
get the
repair
weight
this
off, though.
the Switch 1
I have to
controller.
replace the battery in my Switch 1 Pro controller at this point. Watching videos of even just replacing the battery in the Switch 2 Pro controller is a fucking nightmare.
I haven't had to swap my battery in my Switch Pro controller at all.
My Switch 1 Pro controller is dead. Like there is no battery life in that controller anymore.
Interesting. I think they were the first person
And that's
I've
because,
heard about that.
granted, that's the difference. Is also again, I only ever really use my Switch 1 docked. I never played it handheld, really.
Right. Remember that Wii U Pro controller, dude?
I mean, the Wii U Pro controller was amazing. It had like a 70-hour battery life.
I think it was 80.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you don't force gimmicks into your fucking controller.
But like the form of Switch 2 Pro controller is slick. Like it feels so good, and the sticks are just slick. So I'm enjoying that. Also, I don't have to get up and turn my Switch on every single time, which is fucking. Sometimes I'm just laying on the couch. I'm like, I'm gonna bump the Switch on now. But it was because I had a 20% off at Target, so knocked that down a little bit. I played the game like Is This Sea Taken? I think that's on Switch too. That's a cute game. Played a little bit of that. That's it. I've not been very much in a game mood. I'm just kind of doing a lot of movies.
You know, truly, I dread the Switch 2 game that's going to require Switch 2 only Joy-Cons, because so far, pretty much everything allows you for Switch 1, but especially now that we're in the era of tariffs hurting the price of fucking everything, to where our fucking Switch 1s have increased in price.
It's
I
actually dumb.
dread
It's like, why would you spend $350 is on is 350 or 400 on OLED?
It was 350 on the OLED currently now.
It's like spending $50 more or something and get Switch 2 at that point.
Yeah.
What's up, Trivity? Yeah, no, I'm not. But
Hell
I
yeah.
don't think it's ever going to be a Switch 2 Pro or Joy-Cons needed thing. At least not in a
Not
very
for
long
at
time.
least the first couple of years. Because, I mean, right now we still get PS4 releases where they don't bother with PS5. They still release it on PS4 knowing you can play it on your PS5. The Switch has surpassed the PS2 at this point for install. The Switch 1 is never going away. I genuinely think we will see throughout the entirety of the Switch 2's lifespan Switch 1 games.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially considering until 2019 we saw
Al-
Wii games.
Also, I feel like Nintendo is going to be stingy and really wants to pass that PS2 record. But then Sony comes out, hey, oh, whoops, we found another 5 million PS2, guys. Sorry. Like, you fucking, you assholes.
They're gonna launch the PS2 Mini.
Yeah, no count that in there. I just love that. They out of nowhere, like, yeah, we found 10 million more. What the fuck are you talking about? You found 10 million
You know
more.
what? Fuck that. I don't care. If Sony went ahead and released like another fucking 5 million fat PS2s, I would fucking buy one in a heartbeat.
Oh
A
yeah,
brand new fat PS2, absolutely.
100%.
A mini fucking slim PS2, I'd pass. I don't give a fuck about the slims. But if they
You
released
would
a
buy
fat
one
PS2,
anyway for collector's sake.
no, I absolutely would not. Not the slim model. The fat PS2 is where the money is at because those you can slap hard drives into, and then you can just play all your PS2 games off a fucking hard
I'm
drive.
surprised the novelty of like owning an old console like that in a brand new box is not something you'd even consider.
I never have any consoles brand new in box. I don't care about having the box. My consoles are meant
Oh,
to
I
be
forgot you did throw away
beaten
all the
and put
boxes for your
away
games.
hard. No. Yes. The only console, there's only one console in this goddamn house that has its box and everything included. Actually, two. There's only two consoles in this
Zebo.
household. The Zebo is one where it has the box and everything. And the Casio Loopy is the other. Those are the only two consoles in this household that have all of their boxes and manuals included.
Trey Fitty has that point that I think is always funny whenever we see is that Xbox Series X is now $600. It's crazy that like, can you imagine like telling us 5 years ago, get this now because it's the best deal you're gonna have on this thing probably.
Yeah, fucking wild. I am glad I did that. I felt bad because when I got my Series X was when I was still in recruiting. And I didn't say this on the podcast at the time because I was still at the company. But now that I'm not at that company, I don't fucking care anymore. But apparently I had a fucking work meeting at the time that I was picking up my fucking Xbox.
Hell yeah.
And I forgot about it. So I just sent my boss a little bit of a whoopsie. I was sick this morning, cough, cough. And grabbed my Xbox. That was an hour drive away from me.
Good deal.
But yeah, good deal. I got a fucking Xbox that day. I fucking now in modern times I've bought a Switch 2 and I still have only one technically Switch 2 game that I've yet to fucking play. It's fucking great.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't think I played anything else. So
Hell yeah.
did y'all get anything?
Yeah, I actually got shit. Because shit arrived in mail and like other shit. So as I've kind of talked about in my daily life is that I work in IT. And my boss doesn't care about getting free shit because he doesn't think it's worth his
Your other
time.
boss ever figure out the thing with his GameCube games?
No, he's still in the middle of that.
Brother, it's been in the middle for like 3 years.
Okay, but to be fair, my boss has a child that needs a lot of
That
extra help.
kid is a
in life,
teenager
so-
now, dude.
But no, he's been going through a lot of shit, so I've cut him some slack.
Well, you know what? I'll just take those GameCube games off of it and it'll just give him relieve that headache of his, just one less thing to worry about.
That's fair. But yes, as soon as he finds those games specifically, I will let you know. But the moral of the story is my boss doesn't care about getting free shit because it doesn't feel like it's worth his time. However, I do. So I've got a lot of gift cards lately because there's an amazing amount of companies out there that if you pretend you are going to buy their software and you sit through an hour-long demo, they will give you a lot of Amazon money. And so I
So
took
Trey
advantage
50,
of
everyone in
that.
the chat, David's doing a big giveaway right now.
No. So first, a couple of eBay purchases because again, I am a sucker for getting for things for a couple dollars. I got it whatever the fuck this game is. I don't remember what the title is, but I got it for $2 and I looked it up when I bought it. And the only thing I remember about it is it had a really unique combat system where it's an RPG, but the way that the flow of the RPG combat works is that enemies always reprioritize against whoever is either the last to attack an enemy or whoever is the last to heal your allies. So the enemy always tries to like immediately go after whoever the threats are. And I actually thought that was kind of neat because you don't often see a system like that where it actively tries to work against you like that. So one day maybe I'll play that with the help of some kind of translation software.
because there's no official official air quotes. There's no fan translation for it. Another game that I got for a couple dollars on eBay because I'm a whore. Chaotix, Shadow Warriors. I don't know. Looked like a cute little fucking Pokemon clone. But I love this game for one reason and one reason only. Because it has the best goddamn product warning in fucking video game history. And I sent this to y'all in a fucking group chat, and I think it's somewhere on the back. Where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, it's right. It's hiding right there. And the warning label on the back of this game is requires basic reading ability to enjoy this game. And surely more fucking games
Sorry,
need
MAGA.
to come with this warning label.
Same for you guys.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to talk about one thing I've been playing this week because I talked to you guys about this today. I've been playing a lot of competitive Pokemon TCG Pocket lately.
It's hold on, wait, really quick.
because
I think it's so
Yeah.
funny. Kels, you still play that, right? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Then I was gonna say it's so funny because I remember at the beginning when this first started that you were the one that was like, "Yeah, I don't really give a shit about this," and everyone like I didn't mean Kels was like, "Yeah, I'm into it." I've not played competitive in that game since like
Okay,
February or
so
March.
competitively, no. I'm more of a like I'll go do battles every once in a while, but I'm more of a just a hop on, grab my packs, trade people, give them thumbs
Oh,
up.
no, I'm definitely a competitive player in this because I tried doing, I mentioned this on the podcast before, but like I did the regular Pokemon TCG and that was fun for a while, but I got bored because Pokemon TCG is easy.
okay.
Like I got to max rank in Pokemon TCG regular online a couple seasons in a row very quickly. And I was like, oh, I don't think Pokemon TCG players like comprehend complex strategies. So I gave up on playing fucking Pokemon TCG regular online, and I started playing Pocket more. And I was determined to make Weezing work. Ever since Weezing was introduced in this game, so from the beginning, I've been running a Weezing deck of some kind. But I gave up running
Surely my
Weezing
favorite
because
deck, though.
Magcargo is my new homie.
Okay.
Magcargo is the ultimate troll fucking Pokemon of truly you either just win in the beginning of the game or you lose. It is the fastest fucking game of Pokemon TCG Pocket in your goddamn life. Either in the first 3 to 4 turns you have won or you are not winning that goddamn game. And because of that, I've kind of loved playing the deck because on my lunch break, I can go through like 20 fucking competitive matches and be done with it.
That's how
And I
Marvel
was
Snap
like,
is, brother.
okay.
There's
Yeah,
there's a deck I ran into recently. It was a fucking Shuckle with Venusaur and something else. That one was a fucking pain. I won, but I think we legit went to like turn 20.
At what
It was
cost?
Yeah.
a piece of fucking shit.
There,
Fuck that guy, but it was sick.
that's why I gave up on the Weezing deck because HP totals have become so insane in Pokemon
Yep.
TCG Pocket, and we'll revisit that a little bit later as well. That like even with the Weezing deck, where I'm constantly doing chip damage, I was having some games consistently go to like turn 30. I'm like,
That
this
sucks
is fucking
because
dumb.
I like that deck a lot. That was my favorite deck still.
Yeah, there's also just so much healing now, so much passive
Yeah.
healing, not even like a move, just like a ability from a Pokemon. So it's like there's really no reason to run like poison or anything right now. It's so easy to just pull something out with like Leaf or whatever the fuck else and just heal up after it. It's like
Yeah.
that 20 damage that you're getting from it is nothing.
Well, and even with the Nihiligo, which increases it for everyone you have on your bench by 10. So you can get basically 60 damage in between both turns. And it's still not enough because just the HP totals of some of the Pokemon have become insane. Which again, we'll revisit that conversation a little bit later.
So, two
but-
things.
Yes.
One, Trivity said they should put that in the back of the box the way you said it.
Yes.
Learn to read, bitch.
So I had an unfortunate situation. I wasn't sure if I was sure that's in podcast, but that's fine. I don't give a shit that much. Gears Reloaded comes out next week on Xbox PS5. All right, hell yeah. I did not know that snuck
Oh.
up on me. Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I'll play that. You guys want to play that? Is that 4-player? Is that 4-player co-op? No, it's probably not because it just
I don't think so.
if it is, we should.
No,
do
I
that.
think there's no online co-op at all.
There should be online co-op, and if it's not, they fucked up. Because there
I
is
think they've
Oh, yeah, it
outright
should be.
said it. There's no online co-op.
I'm pretty sure it's online co-op in the regular fucking version. Jesus Christ, I don't
For
need that.
PlayStation, I think that was one of the things in order to get it out sooner. They kind of skipped on.
Let me just double check because that I'm gonna be so pissed if that's the case.
I'm also not gonna buy it digitally on PlayStation 5 when I have it on Xbox.
That's fair. They already sent me a code.
I'm sending you a code.
Yeah, if you have Gears of War Remastered, they give you a code for this one.
I have it physical. They didn't send me a code.
Get fucked, nerd. It's co-op on main campaign.
Well, if the cowards went ahead and would give me a code when I have it physical on fucking
You
Gears
might
of War
want to check.
Remastered.
Maybe check your progress if you having it. Maybe. So I think it's like a week or two ago. I was unable to sleep, so I'm perusing Reddit, and I saw someone in the Marvel Snap subreddit posted, "Hey, you can request all your transaction history in the game."
Oh no.
I'm like,
Oh, gross.
oh no. I've been playing.
Adrian's
I've
like,
been
all right,
playing-
how much money have I spent?
I've been playing this game for 3 years, and I've put money in it, drip feeding it consistently. Back in my head, I'm like, I couldn't have spent more than this. I spent more than
No
that.
possible way.
Yeah, I spent. In the grand scheme of things, again, I don't want to say it's that much. Like maybe I'm talking out my ass a little bit, but it's like a game I played every day. It's in that sense is really not that much, I guess. If I played it every day, and I still do. But seeing that number has officially made me stop paying 100%. So I am now a free-to-play player through and through. The only time I know I might put some money in is when the art germ of Scream shows up in the vault, if it ever does by chance, because I am an art germ collector, and Scream is like the character that I still play with in my favorite deck. So I'm like, I'll grab that if that happens. But I'm now free to play player because, yeesh, it was not a low number that I was hoping it'd be. Saw some of the numbers in the subreddit. I'm like, good lord, hell, God be with you. But
Right.
yeah, no, I'm not happy with how much I spent on that game. But again, it was a game I played every day, so I guess it's not really that bad. David, you get anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple more things because I haven't even gotten to the things that I got with the free fucking money I got. So those are just my eBay purchases. These are the things I got with like free money from fucking pretending to the software vendors. I'll use their software, but I was not actually listening the entire hour long. They were talking to me and was doing other shit. So there's other stuff that I got that it's just like household shit. I don't care. I'm not going to go into that. But the real shit, the video game shit we're going to talk about, I finally picked up a copy of Final Fantasy 16. One day I'll get around to playing that. I've heard phenomenal things about it. It's Devil May Cry just with Final Fantasy coat of paint. I'm excited for that. I love Devil May Cry. I like Final Fantasy. Let's fucking go. I also picked up a copy of a new visual novel called Iwakura. The only reason I picked this up is I'm pretty sure the artist for this is the same as the one that worked on The House in Fata Morgana. The House in Fata Morgana is just one of my favorite video games of all time, just full stop. Doesn't matter what genre it is. That is one of my favorite fucking games of all times. So I will continue to buy projects that artist worked on because I will always support that artist. And then lastly is a game that I've been wanting to play myself for the longest fucking time, as well as I want my wife to go through it, and we're actually going to be playing this soon now that I have this in my hands. Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cuts. Going to be going through that soon with the misses. Very excited for that. And that is all that I got.
Nice. Kells.
I am empty-handed.
All right. I got one game Saw this on the Nintendo eShop, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to buy that physical. Came fucking quick, brother. I bought it off VGP, I want to say, and got here within the week. Got myself a Patapon.
Hell yeah, I forgot
One
about that.
and
I
two.
thought that was later in the year.
No, it sold out right away. It actually sold
Fuck.
out.
No.
Its first thing is all right away. It's restocked now, so you're good.
Fuck.
You're good now.
I'm gonna take a look.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to grab that because I've been in a weird game funk, but Patapon's gonna be kind of a fun little smaller
Patapon
game to play.
fucks, you know?
Yeah, and I was wanting that right away. As soon as they announced that shit in the direct, I'm like, all right, whatever physical I'm gonna get, I'm gonna grab that. So it's like $30 as well. I think VGP I spent like 36, I want to say maybe. VGP or PNY, I forget. I think it's VGP.
Yeah, Amazon it's still sold out there, so
No, yeah, different on Amazon. But yeah. I think that's it. While David is scouring the web for his copy,
Yeah, getting his item for next week.
right?
the problem is as much as I do want it, I probably can't because I have to buy new tires for my car, and I got to replace all 4 tires.
Yeesh.
Luckily, my current car is fucking cheap for tires because I popped one when I first got my car because I have shit luck, and my new car thankfully is dirt cheap for tires. It's only like $80 a tire. When I had my Highlander, y'all want to fucking guess how much it was per tire to fucking replace tires for my Highlander?
150 each.
More than what Adrian said.
Sheesh.
200 each.
More.
350.
Yes.
Damn.
I had a 2014 Highlander XLE, which only specifically took a 14-inch tire, which no one in Maine really stocked. So I had to first wait for someone to even have tire stock for my Highlander when I had my Highlander. And when they even had it in stock, it was usually $300 to $400 per tire.
David likes some 14 inchers.
Well, I mean,
Someone will pay
I
extra.
fucking miss my Highlander. As much as I love my Ionic because it's beautiful paying $1 to fucking refill my car because electric cars are wonderful. I fucking hate not having space. Like, I don't get me wrong, the Ionic is comfy. Adrian, you got to experience the Ionic. There's enough cabin space for normal human beings. To be in it.
And I'm not trying to make fun of David, but the car needs some good space for David. And if it can accommodate
Yeah.
David, then you're good.
Again, I am a fucking 350 pound, 6'4" individual. I am both a tall and a wide load. I require a lot of space. My Ionic fits me comfortably. I fit comfortably in that sedan. But however, the Highlander was never a question. That thing was so massive that I got disgusted when I was looking for modern Highlanders when I was trying to replace my other Highlander because the size that my 2014 XLE Highlander is now considered the Grand Highlander. I will never have another vehicle that same size unless I pay like fucking $70,000+. And I refuse to ever pay that much money for a fucking car because a car is a tool that gets you from point A to point B. At max, I will only ever pay like $30K for a fucking car. And even then, that has to be like a hard thunk for me to fucking pay that kind of money for a goddamn car.
That's fair. David, I think we're looking at news now, right?
I think we are indeed looking at news, which the biggest bit of news, unless y'all have anything you want to dive into a little bit more, is we had Gamescom today.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it.
Jeff
I've
Kaplan
heard-
of the Overwatch team was very excited about it.
I heard that the biggest highlight was Lego Batman game.
I
I'd
had other
argue
things
it's
I cared
Fallout.
about more than that, but I also have weird tastes. So I mean, yeah.
Interesting. That's fair.
I
Kels,
think the funniest part is like at a games thing, the biggest thing isn't like specifically a video game; it's a TV show for a video game.
yeah, that's been popping off all over the place right now. The Fallout trailer.
Yeah, the Fallout trailer is insane. It's so fucking sick.
I need to go watch that still.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, you can get more Kyle McLaughlin in since you're on your
Yeah,
Twin
I'm about to say, I don't
Peaks
know if I want to rewatch it because I'm gonna rewatch the first season. I'm like, that's Cooper.
That's Paul Atreides.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was talking about this with Kels while we were live but not recording, which is my boss, who's a Fallout fanatic, had been like mass texting me a lot of details he kind of spotted throughout, and it's absurd the level of detail and attention to New Vegas that was in this trailer.
do you think?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kels first.
I did the same thing. I was texting my boy. I was like, "Fuck, what does it mean? What ending did they go with? Where are they going off of?"
Okay, two things. One, I think I'm having to concede with time. I was really want to do Fallout 3 and then New Vegas. Should I just do New Vegas? Is that where I'm at? Just fucking go.
New
for
Vegas is the best Fallout game, just full
Which
stop.
I know, and
Like,
I feel like sometimes I'm that thing where I hate starting on the best thing ever because I'm like, oh man, everything else gets worse from here.
Okay, so the caveat I would have is 3 has some fantastic DLCs to it. So if you
Right,
play
Three has
3
fantastic DLCs, but the main game of 3 is nothing to the main game.
But
of
should
New
I play
Vegas.
3 though? Like, is that thing, or should I just skip it? Because I don't know, but my brain's gonna let me go back to 3 afterwards. If I say New Vegas, I might not go back. Should I?
You won't want to go back to 3. No, real talk. Me knowing you, I think you should play 3 first.
Yeah.
Because I know you won't ever want to go back to it after playing New Vegas.
that, and I feel like it'll make you appreciate New Vegas more once you get into it. You're like, because it's familiar, but it's
Better.
better. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
'Cause
that's a good point.
Because it entirely plays the same, almost identical, but there's more systems to it. There's just more that you can dig your teeth into, so you definitely get more out of it.
Okay. Good point. Good point. 2, do you think with how crazy? Well, first off, I think Microsoft is fucking wild for not capitalizing on Fallout as much as they should have been right now. But
I have a tinfoil hat, and I'm thinking that we're gonna get like a remastered for like the Oblivion remake or remaster, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
My tinfoil hat is they've been working on 3.
It's been a murmured thing even before we got the Elder Scrolls remake that we were getting a Fallout 3 remake. Like we were hearing rumors about that for a long while.
do you think that? I have a feeling if the trailer's looking good, I think season 2 is gonna pop off pretty hard, and this could be like the one. Do you think we get New Vegas stuff? Do you think we go back to there? Do you think Microsoft even approaches New Vegas again? I don't know why they don't. Everything's under your fucking umbrella.
It's the Sony thing where it's like it's fucking dumb that like Twisted Metal is actually kind of popping off, and there hasn't been a new Twisted Metal game since the PlayStation 3. Like this is the time to fucking capitalize and fucking get some goddamn sales.
In their defense, I think they were supposed to have a Twisted Metal game, but it ended up being a live service piece.
Yeah,
of
and then it failed, which they should have realized when no one gave a fuck about the Twisted Metal on PS3 that was only about the online multiplayer.
Yep.
They don't. You don't get paid enough to say that, so stop talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know?
I don't know. Do we feel like New Vegas 2 is a thing? You think that's gonna possibly ever be a thing, or you think Bethesda's too up its own ass to like ever do that?
Oh yeah, there's no way that Bethesda touches that. I if they ever did it, it'd be Microsoft handing it off to another.
It's so fucking
another
stupid.
studio.
I hate when like little. It reminds me of F-Zero GX, right? Where like Miyamoto got in his own ego about Sega doing that. It's like, dude, you're working with fucking Obsidian now. Obsidian's kind of doing some good stuff. Like, let them go have New Vegas 2, because they would have already made it by now.
It's the best acquisition that Microsoft's made so far, I think.
No, 100%. Their output has been nuts.
Grounded, Pentiment, yeah. The
Output,
World,
Outer World,
Avowed,
and yeah, the second one's already coming out. Grounded 2.
Grounded 2, Pentiment, Avowed.
Oh, Avowed. Yeah, that is a studio, because they've always talked about how like they're paycheck to paycheck. That is the one studio that who took it as a blessing, like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's just go.
Right.
Which a lot of other studios I feel like have not embraced that. They've been very much like, all right, this means we can take all the time in the world we want. And it's like, no, guys, just because you have the unlimited budget of Microsoft right now doesn't mean take 14 years to make your shit. Congratulations, you lost everything.
Yeah, because it's gonna get canceled within 4.
Right. Which I don't know. Like I don't care about Microsoft doing all these layoffs because I think you guys should have managed your shit better. But also it's like you're still on a time crunch. Like you can't just spend 7 years like Silksong, you know, like you're not 3 people doing this shit. Obsidian being there, like I feel like this was like the most easy. They would have had the game done at this point, you know. Like
Oh, yeah.
if they had approached them day one, said, "Hey, Obsidian, we're buying Bethesda tomorrow. Do you want it? Cool, done, knocked out."
Yeah, and part of me wonders too if they did do that, you know, and then Obsidian was just like, yeah, we're good on that.
It could be because they've been doing their own stuff now with Outer Worlds.
Exactly, because they're doing essentially like a step to the left Fallout,
Mhm.
not quite Fallout, but Fallout.
Yeah, I could actually see that because then they were like, "No, we got our own IP and we're proud of that," you know.
Right. We don't because I'd imagine. See, I wonder how that works too. Like, if they did say yes to that, like, how much say would Bethesda have in it? Like, would they have Todd Howard like looming over them, like checking off on stuff, you know?
Because
Or is
they
that kinda
consider
like
them their own entity still, like Bethesda its own thing still.
right? And part of me wonders if that would happen, or if not, if Microsoft be like, no, fuck off, we're giving it to them, let them do their thing.
It could be
Again,
that.
we
It
don't
could be
know.
that they offered it, but
Yeah.
they said, "Hey, but the it has to be Todd Howard overseeing the game," and they're like, "No," or we just do our own thing and have a sequel to the game that did pretty well.
Right. Exactly.
I could see that.
But yeah, just watching that trailer, there's so many bits and pieces where you're like, oh shit, that's that place. Oh, that's that. It really does look like there's someone on the team that played the game, went to all the obscure spots, knows the story because it all
Yeah.
looks and just feels right.
Yeah, let me pull up some examples here that my boss sent me. So a couple of quick takeaways that he noticed. Rad Scorpions definitely making an appearance, and they look terrifying as always.
Yeah.
Looks like Coop will have a potential flashback to the Anchorage front lines.
Yep. And that's a
Um,
DLC from 3 as well.
Yep, and almost certain he was wearing the T-51 armor with the visor open.
God, you know,
Lucy B-
let me. Hold on, sorry, so sorry to interrupt you, but you know how nice it'd have been if like Halo was good and I could have done this for Halo.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck me though, right? It's fucking
No,
blue
you get the silver
timeline.
How did you
timeline.
Silver
fuck up
timeline.
Halo?
Dude, like I'm so jealous of your boss right now because I would love to have a show that I could just geek out about and just like talk about each. Like I'd have to wait for that Alan Wake show whenever that happens, right? Or that this
Yeah.
do that. Like I'm waiting for that at this point, but I'm like, dude, if you had a Halo thing, I'd been pointing out every fucking thing, but then instead you just gave me fucking Master Cheeks with no fucking helmet.
Yeah, instead you're forced to point out like what's wrong instead of reveling in like what looks good, you know.
Right.
And that's why I think so special about this Fallout series is like there is stuff that's not great or not like up to par, but so minute and so small and insignificant that you can just completely overlook it and just see everything that's being done right.
They
because
hit the
there's so much of
balance.
it.
They hit the balance of making all the fans geek out, but everyone that doesn't know what the fuck is Fallout is, they're just having a good time with it.
My wife loves it. Like
Mhm.
I was
Same.
watching like episode 1 and she sat down and watched the whole series.
I
with
think
me.
as we talked about, I think
Yeah,
all of our partners have no fucking idea what Fallout is really, and there's like they're having a good time. Like my girlfriend,
exactly.
not a fucking
Fuck, my
thing.
mother-in-law fucking enjoyed Fallout, and again, my mother-in-law is the most furthest of away you can get from fucking video games possible. She had a fucking grand old time with it.
It doesn't even. You don't even know it's a game. It's just Fallout. You know.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, what's this new TV show?
Yep. David, sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a couple of
Operation
things my
Anchorage.
boss put. Yes. Also we got Dinky the dinosaur. So shout out to that.
And see, that makes me
we-
wonder. Is like, oh shit, is Boone gonna be in this?
I don't think we're gonna get Boone, which is sad.
Well, that's what makes me wonder too. Is like, where in the timeline is this? Because we also see Caesar in the Legion.
I think it's already been confirmed that it's after the games at a certain point.
So it makes me wonder, like, what ending we're going with. Like, did the House win? Did the
I think it
Legion
has to
win?
be the House winning because it's the only way we still just flat out. It's the only way we still get Mr. House.
Right.
You know, you can always make the argument of like we get like remnants of Caesar's Legion kind of being around and the NCR being around if the House won, because
Ooh, I
again,
forgot
that
about the NCR. That's gonna be cool to see too.
we already got glimpses of their
We,
armor.
we got glimpses, and we got like some of the Desert Ranger stuff in season 1,
Yeah.
but not like a whole lot.
Yeah, so we got glimpses of them as well as fuck, what was the other one he posted? Let me pull his messages back up again here. Oh yeah, we got references to the Kings as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is a
God, I
Fallout
can't-
3 reference.
Well, they were also in New Vegas as well, because you were talking
Were
about
they?
the Elvis guys, the gang that they.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And we also got nods to Novak as well in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing he kind of ended on is he was wondering if BOS got another area group together because there's so many airships. Boston Airport had the Pride win, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because I had seen the Pride, because that was a big thing in I think it was the season 1. People were trying to determine like where it was in the timeline because the Pride win was there. And they have like a whole shot where they pretty much do the bullet time from the vats, and it's like, holy
Yeah.
shit, that's so cool.
I need to rewatch
It,
season 1.
it is a fantastic shot, yeah.
And just Walton Goggins is so fucking good. I'd watch that man in like whatever. I don't care.
Agreed.
He's so
Yeah,
fucking good.
I want to rewatch season 1. I know, unfortunately, if I rewatch season 1, we're gonna have to skip episode 1. That was because I love my wife. Bless her heart. She gets these weird hookups on the weirdest shit. But she hates the first episode of season 1 specifically because of the scene where the dude wipes his cum on the fucking curtains. Like, she has a visceral fucking hatred of that fucking scene, and she refuses to ever rewatch that episode.
Why is she with
because
you?
of
You do that all the time.
It's true. I wipe my cum literally everywhere.
I laughed so hard the first time I seen that. That shit's so fucking funny. Just
I
wipe.
like the duality of humans. One person's like, this is disgusting, and Cal's like,
Yeah, like who thought of that? That's so fucking funny. Like, I'm just imagining the director like, all right, now walk over to the window and wipe your dick off.
all right, if you say so.
I'm like, all right.
Why don't you just skip that scene?
No, you can't watch the whole episode.
Mm.
True.
Was there anything else on his
No, that was the kind of big takeaways for him.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. So far,
Oh yeah, Silk Song got announced, or not announced, but they're
We
showing
got
some
a confirmation that
content.
we're getting more information later.
Right,
We
I
got
think
the
it's-
Atlas special.
right. I think it's Thursday that they're doing something,
Yes.
the 21st. And then after that, Jason Schreier is dropping like a report, like covering like what's been happening behind the scenes. Which that's what has me super interested. Is that something that like is that in collaboration with the studio because it's kind of weird how the timing lined up, or is that
I
just
have to
kinda like-
imagine it is.
I would think so too. I feel like they had to have like opened the books for him and been like, "Hey, come talk to us. We'll fill you in." Since it seems like October is pretty locked in for Hollow Knight now. Which October is gonna be fucking insane because we're getting a lot of games. We're getting Battlefield. I think Arc Raiders is coming out. Hollow Knight. It's gonna be stacked.
say it again. Which ones?
Battlefield's coming out. Arc Raiders is coming out in October, and Hollow Knight I think is also confirmed for October.
I feel like we're missing one big one, right?
Yeah, I feel like there is another big one.
see, game
Probably Call of
releases.
Duty too, but I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about Call of Duty.
I was looking up stuff because I was trying to see when the next Switch 2 things would be happening. October.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Yotai. That's coming out.
There you go. That's one. Borderlands 4. Little
sleep.
Nightmares 3. Pokemon Legends.
I sleep.
You sleep on Pokemon Legends?
Legend, you sleep.
No, I sleep on Little Nightmares.
Donkey Kong.
you said Ninja
Country
Gaiden 4?
Returns HD. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
And then the Outer Worlds 2.
Right. For some reason, I was thinking that game was already out.
Also, Unironically, one of my most ones I'm gonna be playing right away is Plants vs Zombies Replanted.
Oh fuck, I forgot Metal Gear Solid 3 comes out next week. Fuck. God damn it. Okay.
Crazy video games.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're hitting that fall release like area.
David, anything else crazy happened
Yes.
at Gamescom?
We got some more just shit
Video
we've
games?
kind of already seen. Like, I mean, we got mostly more shit we've already kind of seen. We got another look at Silent Hill Forte, which I'm super excited for. The game looks great. We got to see the new Black Myth trailer, which trailer looks fucking great. Can't wait to see gameplay for it. We did get to see actual fucking peak though, which is what Kels and I were talking about before the podcast went live, which is we got Dawn of War 4. Fucking
Mhm.
shout outs to that.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
I'm
insane.
staring right now at my physical copy of Dawn of War 3 and its expansions right over there. But
Well, it's like I guess we kind of should have seen it coming because they just re-released like Dawn of War like remastered collection or some shit like that on Steam the other day. I thought that was kind of weird when I seen it, and now that kind of makes sense. They kind of shadow dropped that right before the big announcement.
yeah. Um
Plants vs Zombies
We
remake. Love
got
that
the
game.
new-
Didn't even know it was coming out. I'm stoked now. He's here. Yeah.
hell yeah. We got the new WoW expansion. I mean, if you like WoW,
Wow.
it refuses to die. It still hasn't caught up to EverQuest in the amount of expansions, but fuck, I don't think it's even caught up to Ultima Online in the amount of expansions. But yeah, it's still going somehow. Oh, we got Chocobos and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, that'd be
That
cool.
was
if they
kinda
didn't
neat.
Fuck that game up.
Yeah.
A lot of dumb balance
I,
packing.
dude,
That's
is
all I
it
have on
is it sad to say
Gamescom,
that
really.
I just don't give a fuck about some of the big game presentations anymore?
No.
I
right there with you.
don't give a fuck about it in the sense of they have to like shotgun so many target demographics that most of what's going to be revealed at a lot of these events isn't going to cater to most people, but there's
looking
always
for,
at
like,
least going to be like
one
one or
of something.
two things. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, but like even then, I felt like at least I'd be interested in just seeing everything, and I'm just like, even when they're on, I'm just so out of it. I'm like, eh. I think same thing with like movies though. I go into the theater, I just don't like watching trailers either because I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get spoiled, or I feel like, and I've been off the trailer game for video games because I'm like, I just hate CG trailers. I don't give a fuck about them.
Also, real quick, at Backy, there you go, homie.
Ooh,
I will give
it's
you the
been a
dab
while.
from Big Dave.
Yeah,
And that dabs indicates that it is the second pee break of the night for Big Dave.
See, my issue with movie trailers is once you go see them like 3, 4, 5 movies a month, those trailers start to get really fucking annoying. Like that one that the Austin Butler one, Caught Stealing. I've seen that commercial or that trailer so many fucking times now. Like anytime it comes on, it's like, oh, time to go refill my icy.
yeah. I don't even know what trailer you're talking about. I've been that out of it. It's funny because like I'm surprised I watched the Strange Harvest one. That's the only reason why I gave a shit about that one because I was like happy to look
Yeah.
up at it. But yeah, no, I just don't give a fuck about them. Did you hear AMC is gonna bring down the time for trailers to 10 to 15 minutes as of next year?
Yeah, I'll believe it whenever I see it. Because I went to, what movie was it? I think it was this last one I went to, not together, Weapons. The movie was supposed to start at 2:30. The movie didn't start until 3:15.
That's fucking
Like, how the-
insanity. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was sitting there like, how the fuck do we have 45 minutes worth of trailers?
That's
and, like, intro
insanity. What the
stuff?
fuck? Because
Fucking
it says on the fucking
stupid.
thing it's 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was really bad.
which companies got mad at because they're like, oh, now people are just trying to come in 25 to 30. It's like, yeah, people who are smart were already doing that because fuck off. Like, why am I having to see all this stuff at the beginning of a fucking thing I paid for? It's like paying for
Yeah, it's
ads.
not
Like, I'm
like-
not trying to do that.
Right, and it's not like it's the day and age where you have to come in and get the good seat first, you know? Like you reserve it. So no one's stealing your fucking seat.
Right.
You can reserve your good seat and then show up late so then you don't have to worry about any of that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I for Shin Godzilla was nice. We were kind of running late. So he walked in when Nicole Kidman was talking. I'm like, cool.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect
That's when
timing.
you know the movie's about to hit.
Yup. It's great timing on that end. Anyway, where do we get on that topic all of a sudden?
Well, next topic at that point. I mean, unless you're not ready looking for the next topic.
I just don't give a fuck about trailers, I guess. Yeah, next topic.
Hell yeah. Next topic. So let's talk about Pokemon Worlds real quick. So Pokemon Worlds was this past week. Shout outs to the top two, which was between Giovanni and James. Hilarious that those were the top two fucking competitors. Also hilarious that in the top two were people running Pokemon that had no relevance the entirety of this last Pokemon generation until basically this Worlds event. Fucking wild.
I've seen someone say that like the base rarity for the championship deck is only like, if you wanted to buy the deck out, it's only like $75. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because like right now, like my Star Wars deck, I have so many cards in there. They're like $100.
Man, that's one thing I really don't miss about physical TCGs is like when I was competing in Magic, I was always hunting for like foil full arts. So my deck value was so fucking just imploded just because of that shit. Granted, I also had so many legacy cards. So I mean, I was like running like fucking judge exclusive variants for so many cards.
Right.
But it's still one of those things like Jesus Christ. Like if I went to try to recreate some of the exact decks that I used to have, it'd be like in the thousands right now. But no, shouts to Pokemon Worlds. It gave us an interesting confirmation that a lot of people had been kind of suspecting, but we now have official word on, which is that Pokemon Champions, starting with the next Pokemon World season, will replace mainline Pokemon games as the official competitive Pokemon format.
It makes me wonder whenever they're going to just introduce like a digital client for the TCG competitive.
They already kind of do with the one that exists right now.
Right, but like the championship, they played with physical cards, so I wonder whenever they're going to get to the point where they're just like tapping an iPad or whatever.
I don't think that will, in the same way that like Magic Arena will never replace MTG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's always there to just make extra easy money. That's never going to replace what they want, which is you buying the pack so you can chase all the super rare shit. Or just, in the case of Magic the Gathering, paying literal thousands of dollars for cards you can't physically use in any competitive format.
Well, you say that, but also isn't Pokemon Champions kind of undercutting the sales for like the mainline games and systems too?
Well, here's the funny thing, because we got a new trailer with Pokemon Champions, and we got a follow-up post from Pokemon Company about that, which is, this is the first time we've had mention of it, which is that Pokemon Champions will be free to start.
Sick.
No one knows what that actually means just yet. We still, in fact, have very little information about Pokemon Champions other than we know definitively that in Pokemon Champions, there is a currency that you can't spend real-life money on that you'll earn through just using Pokemon Champions to automatically adjust the IVs of your Pokemon. And we know definitively that it'll connect to Pokemon Home, and you can import all of your Pokemon Home into it. So any Pokemon you have in Pokemon Home, you don't have to pay with the in-game currency to unlock in the game. But we still don't know now what that new variable is what do you mean free to start? What are we gonna have to pay for, Nintendo? Pokemon Company, what are we gonna have to pay for? What is it you want us to spend money on?
Yeah, I feel even more vindicated whenever I say I'd rather him just stay with the keeping it in the games. Because I mean, at least there you buy the game, you have the system, grind it out, bud. Figure it out. Look up a good Reddit forum or a video.
But
that
that's the
tells you how to get
problem
the item.
with, and this is the one reason why I will give Pokemon Company credit for creating a more centralized component for competitive, is because Pokemon is never a matter of just play the latest game. You know, if fucking little Timmy decided today he's gonna go become a Pokemon master in real life, and he goes and he buys fucking Scarlet and Violet, that doesn't even give him like a third of the fucking Pokemon that he needs to be competitive. That gives him maybe a fourth of what he needs to be competitive in competitive Pokemon right now. Little Timmy still needs to go buy Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And even then, that's still not including Pokemon games that are on the 3DS and the Game Boy Advance and all the other old platforms that legacy Pokemon players can still take advantage of. Because if you already had Pokemon Bank from before Nintendo decided to shut down the goddamn storefront, you can still trade all of your Pokemon up from Gen 3 into modern Pokemon games. But if you miss that bus, you're permanently locked out of all those Pokemon. So little Timmy is infinitely behind the curve because Joe Competitive, fucking Spike, as Match of the Gathering would call him, young fucking Spike, that is had the fortune of getting all these consoles gifted to him and all these games gifted to him, can go ahead and just fucking do RNG manipulations to get all the Pokemon he actually wants and needs. And bam, there you go. He's got the full fucking suite right there. Bam, he doesn't have to put much effort in other than RNG manips.
Well, that's the thing too. You don't need the past games. You don't need the past consoles. You can just gin them. Like
No.
Like there's Reddit forums where people can just get you the Pokemon that you need.
You can't guarantee that though, because there's no guarantee that those people that are giving you Pokemon did it through legitimate means. And if fucking the big mouse goes ahead and is like, we don't think that's a legitimate Pokemon that you went ahead and acquired, you're now officially forever banned from competing in tournaments.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like buying weed from a sketchy source, right? Just don't go to the sketchy
Well, that's
guy
what I
in
mean
the
is,
dark
okay, you brought up that as an alternative, but that alternative isn't worth the risk. So young Timmy that's just going ahead and getting
So
into this
instead,
for the
just go
first
do
time.
microtransactions, go get your mom's credit card, drop a $20 bill, and you might be able to get the cape for your Charizard or whatever.
Well, here's the thing. Again, we already know in Champions that the in-game currency that's used to modify and enhance your Pokemon, which includes the Pokemon items, is all in-game currency that you physically cannot pay money for. Nintendo and Pokemon Company have already confirmed that. There's nothing in terms of manipulating the Pokemon for items or stats that you can pay for. That's all shit you just get for free.
Whenever they're saying that the game's free up front.
But
Maybe
it's
that's
not
just me.
free up front because again, that's where the big question mark comes in. Is it's free to start like Mario Run or
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
old
Like, I
Pokemon
don't
puzzle
believe
games.
them saying that that's non-purchasable whenever that's also the stipulation there. Like, I just don't see them leaving it up to like, oh, you can customize your trainer with money if you want to. Or it'd be like spend $100 and turn your Pokemon into a shiny or something. I just don't think that's going to be where it stops and where it begins and ends.
Fuck them. I don't know who we fucking.
The children, just like Typhlosion.
I do like they introduced that new item, that bracelet. That does,
You
like,
should
everything.
never follow up a statement of "fuck the children" with like "I do like." That should
Comma.
never be a statement
You
where the
said,
next
hold on,
words that
fuck
come
off.
out of
You,
your mouth.
you said that to begin with, though. Like, don't say it to begin with. What the fuck? Yeah, Kels, you're way out of
It's
line
not
now.
my fault. The Pokemon Company are fucking weirdos and have it in their goddamn lore that two of their biggest fucking Pokemon, fucking Typhlosion and Ursaring, fucking kidnap and rape children to send home fucking pregnant. What the fuck, Pokemon Company? First and goddamn foremost, I
Well, at
don't
least-
give a shit. We talked about this when these leaks first happened, but I'm gonna rant about them again because there's still to this day weirdos coming out of the woodworks. It's like, oh, it was like Greek mythology. You know, they're just creating their mythos. No, no, no. First and foremost, Greek mythology was written fucking thousands of years ago when people had no real fucking like genuine grasp of like, they were just starting to understand how a society should function. They were just starting to understand how to not mass fucking kill each other. Even though they still had city-states that was their entire purpose, was training soldiers to fucking kill each other. They were doing their goddamn best. Like, it was the first time that someone outside of fucking Africa decided to have a god other than Jesus to tell people what the fuck to do in life.
Well,
And
not only that, but the Typhlosion stuff, at least it wasn't like out and about in the game. Drifloon was a fucking, he kidnaps children and murders them, and then it's also a huge component to those games that he was in, the whole dream zone.
yes, yes, Drifloon, it's in Hypno's Pokedex that he just fucking walks off with children in the middle of the night, never to be seen again. What the
Weapons,
fuck do you
too.
mean? There's a Pokemon that just walks off from Gen 1, mind you. There's a Pokemon that just walks off with your fucking children, never to be seen again. That's a little fucking sus to me, bro. But again, it's the extra mile where they wrote deep lore. They bothered to write deep lore. We're like, nah, these Pokemon just like kidnap children, rape them, and send them home pregnant. What the fuck do you mean you bothered to, in your fucking, you were paid for this. You clocked in to your day job to write this. Imagine going into your day job and getting paid to write, I don't know, this weird fucking monster thing kidnaps and rapes children and then sends them home pregnant. Like, that was your day job, was to fucking write that.
Hey,
How do
that
you
wasn't
fuck?
that wasn't a child. That was a 10,000-year-old dragon, and you know it.
They can't even use that excuse because the lore outright exemplifies that they were prepubescent. Like, someone, again, it's bad enough that obviously a lot of people at the Pokemon Company are fucking furries. All you have to do is look at modern Pokemon designs to go, nah, they want to fuck a fucking furry, or they are
Look
a
at
furry.
Lucario. Someone
Look at
wanted to fuck a dog.
Lucario, looking at Meowscarada, look at, again, so many fucking Pokemon right now. Look at goddamn Mega Lot Bunny is a goddamn bunny with torn tights. Like, fucking look at that design. Whoever fucking created that design is a fucking deviant, needs to be put on a goddamn watch list.
I like how David's getting all heated about this, but really it was just Kel's like trying to non sequitur or something else completely, and David's like, all right, hold on, fuck off, I am pissed.
We got David's rants. We fucking, again, we pulled into our
I'm
deep
sorry,
lore.
it was audacious for you to get mad at Kel's for a second when you were like the one that literally said that. I clipped the thing that you said out there, and you're never having a job for the rest of your life. But Kel's is the one that was wrong for following up by saying, yeah, you know what, this isn't that bad.
But all that is to say, the people at Game Freak writing the fucking Pokemon lore are weird fucking people, and some of them probably should be on watch lists.
Probably.
Who's to say they aren't?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the creative Ronin Kikenshin, and I will never fucking live this down in the fucking manga community. Creative Ronin Kenshin literally caught with actual fucking child porn. Other manga creators, including the creator of One Piece, comes out of the woodworks to defend this motherfucker after getting caught with actual child porn. Nah, I'll never touch fucking One Piece or anything like that because of that shit. Absolutely fucking not. You come out of the goddamn woodworks to defend a literal goddamn pedophile? Nah, that's just not keeping questionable company. That's you defending fucking questionable company. You need to get fucked.
Speaking
And
of,
not
season
in like a
2 of that comes out
legitimate way,
soon.
like
Oh,
with a
shit.
fucking nail bat.
So yeah, that season 2 of the live action.
Oh yeah. And the news things that we're looking at, David.
Oh,
No.
the first Descendant, that Korean live service game. Now
Full
they're
of
doing-
AI advertisement.
Yeah, they're using like AI content creators to try to push the game. I keep on
Yeah,
getting
like
weird-
outright stealing other content creators
Be-
on YouTube and using them to feed AI bots to make
Wait,
advertisements.
wait. Do you mean AI content? Like they talk about AI content, or do you mean like truthfully AI content?
No. They are literally using a. This is becoming a major thing with a lot of Korean and Chinese produced games, where they're using the same advertising studios. That all they do is they use YouTube content to train AI and then create advertisements with the YouTube trained AI. So you'll get like AI versions of content creators on YouTube advertising these games.
Hmm. I'm glad YouTube's at least taking some steps to try to fuck that up because
No, they're not. Because Google wants their own AI to be the dominant one. So, no, they're not.
I see. I don't know because I feel like they might just because at some point there has to be a bit like if
No, because again, Google's getting money from these AI things.
right. But
I-
let's say there is an eventually turning point on this because even so at some point there's some sort of like things come back around eventually, right? And it could be a bubble to burst still. We don't know, but I wonder if would it be easy to just to kick off all the AI stuff from YouTube or start categorizing it right now into its own category? You know what I mean? Like, once AI completely floods the internet in terms of that, it's harder to clean it rather than filter it out currently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would think that, but speaking as someone in the industry that is not anywhere near the direction it's going, there is no self-awareness in this at all. All these companies are looking at is the free tendies that they think they're going to be making from AI. And it's going to take a minimum of 5 to 7 years to pivot away and fix things because that's how large corporations are. As speaking again, as someone that has worked in Fortune 500 companies, that is just how it is. Is companies don't say, "Oh fuck, we made a mistake, let's correct it." They first double down, they then triple down, and then they go, "Oh, maybe this wasn't the way to go."
So, because
And
here's what I
then
would
they start to think about how changing it.
here's like a potential road that it's not gonna happen, right? But here's like kind of where my brain is at. Again, this is not gonna happen. But imagine like there's a thing where YouTube, because YouTube does get flooded with shit, right? Like TikTok's flooded with AI shit. YouTube's getting flooded with AI shit. What if at some point it just gets so inundated with shit that at some point, and again, it's not gonna happen, but like let's say there's a competitor to YouTube that's like, you know what, we're not allowing AI shit on there, and like slowly but surely it just grows because of the more authentic stuff. Because, I mean, I've stood on this. Every generation rebels against the previous one, right? And it's like
Yes.
I with the fact that these current generation the kids right now are just glued to their phones. I just foresee a world where it's like next generation after that is like we don't want any of that. We're gonna see mom and dad on their phones. I don't want to fucking deal with that. Almost like
But you're talking about something that's like 20 years off.
right, but that kind of thing could do damage to any sort of thing, even creativity wise, right? Because like if it starts seeping into different things like that, can you really go through and recategorize a bunch of it feels like the apocalypse thing, you know, where it's like now you have to go through and refilter all the explicit content from the real content to the kids content.
But you're looking at it as if it's a problem. No company thinks it's a problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to foresee the problem that eventually will happen at some point.
But that's the thing is you can't, because literally no company looks at it as a problem. Every single company in the world looks at it as a cost saving measure.
I see it. Hold on though. I do wonder that though, because really is it's company versus anyone else who just outputs more, right? And if, at some point you have to output more to out flood the other AI. You know what I mean? Like if
But you can't. That's the problem. If you're just talking in hard metrics of like getting data out there, you can't.
I personally, I think for anything to be done, it has to be something on a higher level, like on a government level. Because
Government is full AI.
well, the way I'm seeing it is it has to be something on the level like when was it? A few years ago, they passed a law to where if you're running an ad, it has to be tagged that this is an ad. I feel like it's going to have to be the same thing with AI.
I think so,
Anything
Yes,
too.
it would have to change that way, but every world government is already trying to adopt rules to further indoctrinate AI into a lot of their laws.
Right. I'm just saying, for anything like what Adrian's saying, for it to be sectioned off and for it to
Yes.
have to be marked, this is AI, I think that's the only way it would happen. YouTube's not going to do that themselves. I think, like David was saying, these people are fully complacent and compliant with it. They want that to happen.
Do you guys foresee that levy breaking on AI content just in the future?
I think the only thing that's going to break it is if it becomes to the point where people just get bored with it. I think that's the only way that anything's going to happen.
Like, can you
with it,
imagine
besides
AI?
the law.
Even AI gets frustrated at the fucking attention spans of people. You motherfuckers just can't pay attention to shit.
I am going to phrase it this way. The industry that I currently work for is now starting to pressure us to start actually going ahead and implementing more AI tools into what
So,
we do.
And that shit.
And
That
no,
shit's
but
gonna
here's
go.
let me finish my thought
Okay,
real
okay.
quick. You two, I am pretty sure remember what industry I work in, and if not, off podcast, I can go ahead and remind you. Actually, no, let me just put it in the chat to remind you of what industry I work in. So I put it
Child
in the Discord
safety,
chat.
David. You work in child safety. You were saying that kind of stuff. What the fuck?
That's right. But yeah, that is the industry I
No,
work in.
100%. No, I know that. When it comes to like any sort of menial tasks, I get that 100%. It's gonna go that way. Like even
It's
like
not just the menial task. No, that's
but
that's
I know,
what I'm telling you.
but it's going through to
From
even
an
other
IT,
stuff.
every single IT person that I talk to in my industry, everyone is having that conversation. The C-suite isn't just having these conversations about including AI in the mundane shit. Every conversation the C-suite has with their company is literally anywhere we can put AI, put it there. Fucking everywhere. Every single team, every single department needs to find ways to implement AI. And that is what's happening across the board. Everyone in IT that I work with. And again, I go to a lot of IT conferences. I talk to a lot of folks in the industry. Fortune fucking 10 companies
I can
to.
see that, but I'm talking strictly. Let's just keep it creativity. I feel like
In the realm of creativity, no one wants it. Just full stop.
Right,
But again,
it
that's
is
a whole different conversation.
right, and that's why I'm trying to have that one.
So
Gotcha.
I work in the creative field, and the big thing with AI is it's a legal nightmare because like we're specifically everything because in our Adobe suite that we use, all the AI stuff is turned off and it's not accessible just due to the fact that if we release like a piece of artwork or something that has AI, that content, whoever made the original content could potentially come back years in the future and sue just because we sold 50 million units of this product that had this artwork on it. So in the creative field, it's just a fucking nightmare due to me working in a corporate level, making art and stuff. It can be just big money.
Okay,
Someone's gonna be on the come up.
so I get that too. I'm just kind of curious because and I'm speaking from inside a bubble here, and again, I'm speaking as someone that remember I was gushing the entire time about movies, right? Like making all that stuff. I speak from like that creative side of it. I know there's a Zoomer generation out there that giggles at the AI stuff I did for a long time too. You know, I thought
I mean, the Zoomer generation is also fucking inept with technology. Just full stop.
Right, but like, and I get the fascination of like when it was like early AI stuff. That shit was funny as fuck to me. Like I did all that stuff, but I wonder if the attention span for that is good. Is there's an AI that's going to keep up with that attention span on them? But also, like, where does that break? Like, are we just the last like line of defense for just originality at that point? Because I know a lot of them just don't give a fuck. We're talking about the same people that like it stems from like, you know how like on Twitter where they'll just steal the same exact tweet that someone else said and not give a fuck. You know, like it's like no, they don't care. There's like no.
Again, Gen Alpha is the next hope for any creative outlet, and right now the funniest fucking thing to them is Skibbity Toilet.
It's pretty funny though.
Yeah, I can't wait for that Michael Bay movie.
But
I mean,
I
he
don't know.
says is like back in the day, you know, we would all laugh at like live leak shit, but like,
Well, I mean, Skibbity Toilet is just the new Gary's Mod shit. It's the
yeah,
exact
it's
same,
the
but
random.
they're
It's
weird.
Yeah.
it's YouTube poops, dude. Like
it's like poetry. It rhymes.
I
I love you, Kels.
Good old George.
oh, side note, I didn't know David Lynch was supposed to direct third Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
he was supposed to do it, but I think there was a big thing like wasn't he like busy or something, and he also like didn't understand it at first.
He said, "Hey, you go do this," because he's like, I don't do these kind of movies. Is not my interest. I can't do this. He
And then
told
he did Dune.
Yeah. But he says, "Hey, you go do this," and then he went to his lawyer and told him, and his lawyer's like, "What the
You
fuck? You
idiot."
said no." But can you imagine a David Lynch fucking third Star Wars movie?
Yeah, instead of old Marquand.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So you were talking about AI stuff. So I remember you talking about AI Seinfeld. When are we getting AI Twin Peaks?
I think anyone that would be into that is vehemently against that.
David's just rolling in his grave.
Oh,
as you
He
watch
will
it.
come back and say, "All right, motherfuckers."
I will come. Just full stop.
Exactly. Anyway, so is there anything else we were missing?
I don't think so. Yeah, David Lynch's Dune literally came out the year after Return of the Jedi. That's so fucking
Yeah.
funny.
I think Dune's different though, because he was like, all right, that can be kind of my own thing, but it's the third Star Wars movie, so you're kind of going in a trilogy. He's like, I'm gonna fuck.
It's just
He's
it's just
not-
funny to me because it's the progenitor to Star Wars. He's like, I won't do Star Wars, but I'll do the thing that inspired Star Wars.
It's so funny. Just looking at the history of that kind of stuff is so funny. I think that's it, right?
That feels like it.
We have the Helldivers are in ODST. I feel like we're missing like at least another.
Holy shit. Happy Gilmore 2 cost Netflix $152.5 million.
You know what? And you know, I know.
So for all those fucking wrestler cameos that they didn't bother keeping in the film,
No, you know, I think because what was it? I forget what other movie was a bunch of like comedians doing that. And they just use it to just expense their entire trip.
Well, that's Adam
well, that's why Adam
Sandler's, like,
Sandler does
recent
anything.
movie.
is
Yeah, he
if
just
he's
like-
gonna work on a movie, he's gonna expense it.
And I'm pretty sure he has like a movie deal with Netflix right now. Like
Yeah.
he just pumps out movies for them, and it's just bankrolled by him.
But truly, for Happy Gilmore 2, there was like 7 total wrestlers that they got to guest star in the film, and they ended up only using like 2 or 3 of them in the final cut of the film. The rest were all just left on the cutting room floor, and it's like that's a lot of fucking money to spend on people that you're never gonna actually use on the film.
Yeah, the only ones I can think of that I remember are MJF, where it was one of his sons,
Yeah.
and then Becky Lynch was like one of the pro.
Yeah,
golfers.
Becky Lynch, MJF are the ones that made it into the final cut, but Nikki Bella was also supposed to be in there. They also were supposed to get in. Fuck, their names are escaping right now, but there was like 2 other AEW wrestlers that were supposed to be in there.
That's funny.
And then there was like 2 indie level wrestlers that were supposed to be in there.
Where's the Joe Hendry cameo? Yeah, you just got clap for him. He'll show up.
Also, I don't remember if I mentioned this last week, but shout outs to WWE for again bringing back Brock Lesnar in the midst of all the fucking Janelle Grant lawsuit bullshit. What horse shit. I have stopped watching WWE because of that. But even if I hadn't, this weekend is Forbidden Door. Go check that out. It's always good to see AEW mixing up with New Japan. And I think there's 9 matches on the card for this
Oh,
fucking pay-per-view. Lot of fucking amazing dream matches. Like half the fucking card would be contenders for match of the year. If you love wrestling, do not forget to go check out Forbidden Door this year. Looks fucking fantastic.
Shout out
Wow.
Also, the UFC is kind of like outside the news part, but they signed a new deal with Paramount Plus. Everyone thought they were going to Netflix because they're part of TKO with WWE.
Yeah.
But Paramount Plus scooped them up, and they're getting rid of pay-per-views. It's all going to be like streamed on the app. So
Which is hilarious because on the inverse side of things, WWE is now also working with ESPN to get pay-per-views on the on ESPN.
UFC leaves ESPN and WWE fills in.
That's basically what it is, to the point where now they're actually trying to restructure John Cena's contract because he has, I think, only like 12, maybe more appearances left in his contract. But
Isn't
they're
he
trying
done
to
in December or some shit. Like that was
Yeah, well, he's ending in December. December 12th, I think it was supposed to be his last contracted day. But they're trying to push it out further because of the new ESPN deal. They want John Cena's last day to coincide with a new ESPN pay-per-view they're trying to build.
Of course.
Also, shout outs to Naomi and Jimmy Uso. The bloodline continues fucking eternally. I look forward to WrestleMania 60 when Jimmy Jr. and Jay Jr. Are fighting like fucking Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. At the end of Dragon Ball GT because the bloodline story will never fucking end.
I seen a meme that was like she announced she was 7 weeks pregnant at her last match, so he officially was 7 weeks old in his first title match.
Yeah, fucking Jimmy Uso Jr. has officially taken more bumps than honestly John Cena has in his return.
Apparently, PayPal is off Steam for a lot of currencies.
Yes, and this is something we talked about the last couple weeks because again, even though PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa pretend that they don't have any corporate overlords watching over them, they do, and they've been trying hard to not give money to LGBT plus Q games, and they are having to. And so PayPal's decided to just fucking basically leave Steam because they're like, well, the only way we can ensure our money doesn't go to these games is by not being on these platforms. And these Christian groups that control us don't want that because why would we want to give, again, why would any Republican want free market? I mean, it's not like that's a major platform any Republican has ever fucking stood on in the history of America. But again, you know, free market doesn't exist anymore because of glorious Trump, because it's not apparently what Republicans want, even though it's been their entire fucking platform. Going back to Reaganomics, here we are.
So that's
Trying not to
happening.
get political, but I have a lot to say, and it gets me further frustrated because we do have some friends of the podcast that lean on the Republican side, much to my chagrin, and I adore that those people as individuals, but I can't help but lose respect for them when they lean on that side of history.
There's an article on here that I thought was interesting that said no game is worth paying money to play early, and I agree.
Agreed. No, I think we've been saying that honestly for the last 10 years with the amount of games that are like, oh, pre-order now and get fucking early access. No, never. Stop that.
The
Get
only
some help.
caveat I would say is Larian games, because you essentially pay in and you get the early access for like the years that they're making the
The
game.
early access though is different than like pre-order and get like 3 days
Yeah,
early.
the 3 days early shit
Yeah,
is the
sure.
thing. You're like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Let's see.
Because again, one, Larian has a track record of making fucking quality first and foremost. But again, I think we've
Even
hit
if you'll
this
refuse to play it.
exactly. Well, I mean, I do want to play Baldur's Gate. My frustration with Baldur's Gate comes from the fact that it's built on the D&D IP, which I hate the idea of giving them money because D&D is a bunch of fuckers, and I don't want to give them money. But I love Larian, so eventually I'm going to give them money. And it's frustrating that I can't give them money for the console version because the console version has a bunch of shit cut out of it. Because how dare we have adult content on our mature-rated fucking adult games? So I'm gonna have to pay for a fucking version on GOG at least, which at least will come DRM free, so I can throw it on my home server.
and I will enjoy it on every goddamn device in my fucking house. All 7 of my fucking PCs that I have hooked up all over the house, including the one in my bathroom, will fucking play Baldur's Gate 3 from my home server because GOG is based and gives you that option. But still, at the end of the day, I hate that money goes to the D&D IP when you buy Baldur's Gate. But I do want to get it on fucking PC because it's the best way to experience it. I don't remember whether we were fucking going with this anyways anymore now. But all that is to say is fuck D&D, fuck Wizards of the Coast, fuck Hasbro. It's all horse shit. Y'all should be ashamed. I miss when I could just enjoy things and companies weren't always objectively fucking horrible.
Speaking of corpos, you need to watch Alien Earth. That shit slapped. First 2 episodes are out. Really good. Bunch of corporate BS too. It's a little bit too close to home at times, but you know, what doesn't?
Is it actually good? I've heard mixed things.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a little bit slow because it's building stuff up, but episode 2 was fucking crazy, and I like where it's leading. It's doing a lot of really cool stuff. So minor spoiler, it's not just about the xenomorph. Turns out there's other aliens that Raylan Yutani's been fucking with.
Ooh, okay. You got my interest.
So, I need to distract for a second. Dylan fucking Toomey's in chat. Says time for beer. What's up, brother?
Hell yeah.
Whomst?
Dylan Toomey. You've been in his vicinity many times. You have many crossover moments. You just don't remember him. Dylan.
I feel like I know the name, but
Yeah, they are way back in the olden days.
Here's the thing: is I have had 4 of one of my favorite beers.
Yeah, that's why I said it's time for beer.
Today. Yeah, it is indeed, but it's 7.2% by volume, and I've had 4 of these fuckers.
Hell yeah. Dylan Toomey is the online homie that's evaded me so far. Them and actually Neo GameSpark. I've been trying to run into both of them. Those are like 2 of the ones on my list that have not been able to meet because of just time just did not match up. I have a fucking shirt with Dylan Toomey's face on it still. I love rocking that thing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, other than Kells, because again, next year we need to commit to the 3 of us fucking hanging out in person.
We'll do
Dude, Evo.
So
Evo's actually in June.
June doesn't always work for me. Summer never works for me. I'm just gonna tell you, just honestly, summer for my work is a shit time to travel.
Tell them to get an AI and replace you for a week, and you're good.
I'll come back. I'll kill it. We'll be fine.
Usually, fall is the best time for me to try to fucking do shit.
Oh, there's no Evo in fall then, unfortunately.
There is not, but we can go ahead and get a cabin in the woods and fuck off for like a few days.
Kel's Evo is in June, brother.
I'll be in Vegas in July, so maybe.
Okay. I want to do Evo again. Like one last time. That'll be my last one probably, but I really want to do Evo again. Did you guys see Louisiana State is suing Roblox?
No.
Mm-mm.
I know that Chris Hansen is doing a big thing on Roblox soon, though.
Yep. Let's see. Louisiana Attorney General says Roblox is overrun with harmful content and child predators because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety.
That's literally every fucking multimedia thing that's released on the internet nowadays. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, but there's actual diddlers on Roblox is the only difference.
Yeah, there's actual diddlers on literally every MMO. I don't know what to tell you.
But Roblox is so primarily youth based that it's definitely more of an issue on there.
I mean, so is Minecraft. Like
they had that big story. What was it? There was a YouTuber that was actively
Schlep.
like reporting predators. Yeah,
Schlep, who's working with Chris Hansen. Yeah, so they've been covering a lot of that up. But also even with Minecraft, it's not as social based as Roblox is. Like Roblox, you're hopping in there with voice chats with everyone and connecting on there, and especially through Discord stuff like that. It's a lot more connected on that front too.
I tell you, if this shoe falls, I feel like VR chat's gonna be next.
Yeah.
And VR chat's right up there.
There's even like just a bunch of inappropriate games you can buy on there really quick and link on there. Like Minecraft, it can also be an issue, but like it's not as easily accessible as Roblox is. Roblox is kind of insane with how easily it is for people to access kids
Yeah, because it's just like a platform, right?
and every kid's on it. So, fuck them.
Right, fuck those
Not
kids.
the kids, but the
Fuck Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox.
But yeah, I'm hoping that does that because yeah, that like Schlepp has been doing the child predator stuff, like getting rid of all them, and like the CEO blocked him on Twitter when he was like forwarding stuff to him. He got a cease and desist, but a lot of people that were like charged came back on Roblox and he had proof of them being back on there, and they didn't give a fuck about it. So, fuck them.
Talk about a bad way to handle a situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, and then yeah, just that Remedy 30th anniversary thing. So that's about it. Whew. Yeah, that's the podcast. David, send us out.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Dabbing on them.
All right, stream.
That wasn't intended. I just fucking genuinely had to sneeze.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Dylan. Yeah, every time we were in the same place, it just never worked out. We've been like in the same like city multiple times, and it just did not work out there. And there were times where I've like didn't even know that until afterwards. I'm like, brother, we were both
Okay, but this is bugging me. Why do I know this name, but I can't put a fucking face to it?
Dylan's been around since like Freeze Cracker days, dude.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm telling you. It's ye olden days.
Fuck,
Dylan.
this is okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
that's
I didn't say
deep
ye olden
lore
days as in
history.
like podcast one. I'm saying ye olden days as in like the 4th edition podcast.
Fucking Christ. Okay, yeah. So I have definitely talked to Dylan. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely know you.
Fucking hell.
Dylan Toomey, dude.
God, I'm old.
Gay Man on a Boat. #1 movie.
Hell yeah.
One day, brother. If not, then whenever I get married, you're coming out to my wedding. I don't give a fuck. We'll figure it out.
We'll have dad wedding DJ it. It'll be great.
What did I say? I forget, but she made me concede, and I was like, I wanted something this. She's like, no, you're getting one gimmick at the party. That's it. So if
And
dad,
was the one gimmick dad?
yeah, because I forget. I think it was something like I wanted something during the dance, and she's like, no, we're not doing that. You're already getting that guy as your DJ. But it's like if he can't be the DJ, I think it was one of two things. And I say this like
He's gonna have Gore still come out and do the best man speech.
yeah, that was yours, and you would have probably got divorced if that had happened.
I still to this day I'm like, you know, if I could fucking arrange it and we actually do like a pretend wedding for the sake of everyone else's benefit, I still would love for fucking Gore to come out and do the fucking.
When's the
best
last time
man
you spoke to him?
speech. When he left the podcast.
Yeah, so go ahead, send him a letter, and just tell him, hey, bud, I know it's been about 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, and you want to come out? And
I mean, I still wish for the best for the podcast.
Yeah, no,
I'm pissed.
he didn't want to be your. He didn't want to speak for you when you were friends.
Yeah, but that was what made it funny.
But you could
he
pay
didn't
him.
want to give the speech. Leah didn't want him to give the speech. No one wanted him to give the speech, so I wanted it. It's my wedding day. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck Leah. I say this unironically though, is the plan is either dad DJs or I get the Baja Man. That I'm not kidding. I have looked up their rates. It is one or the other. And if it's
He's just
neither
like,
of them,
it's
it's gonna be
doable.
something. Yeah, it's gonna be something. So and that was one thing too. She's like, you can't have
They're
Baja
so
Man and
forgotten. I can afford them.
they're not paying. It's not that much. Just give them some food and give them a place to stay, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Bro, I'll give you clean toilets. Come on down.
The fuck? Yeah, no, what the fuck? Why am I seeing this? This movie sucks. Interesting. Yeah, it's either one of those two, which I'm preferring dad because I think that'd just be a really funny thing. Oh, I did tell her that though. Is because no, I'm gonna mute this part. I'll say this on here. You guys can hear this part.
What? No, that's not fair.
Yeah, she's not doing that.
Let that man,
Yeah,
let
she's
that
not
man
doing
live
that.
to his name.
She's not doing that, unfortunately. Limp Bizkit is unfortunately gonna be too expensive for me. I that'd be really funny as well. cannot afford Limp Bizkit, brother.
What?
I even have,
Frederick
like-
Durst is too much for you to be able to afford?
Maybe Trapped.
What
I
the
could probably get Trapped there.
Oh,
What
you
the
could
fuck does
definitely get
Frederick Durst have
I'm,
going
uh,
on in his life right now that you can't afford him?
Last time I checked, I was blocked by Trapped on Facebook and Twitter.
What the fuck did you do to upset Trap?
Tell them that the Trump sucks probably, and they probably would have got pissed about that.
Well, no, I was talking shit to him, and then I did the Trapped meme. It was pants off, I'll suck you off, and they got mad.
They're having a huge comeback. They opened for Metallica. No, they fucking didn't. Did they really? Hold on.
Yeah, no, Limp Bizkit is still huge right now.
Oh, I know Limp Bizkit. I thought you meant Trapped.
Oh no, yeah, Trapped is fucked. Yeah,
All
they're
right.
playing, like,
I
little
thought you
dive
meant
bars
Trapped
and
for a
shit.
second. I was like, no fucking way.
'Cause
Trapped
I
opening
feel
for
like They have
Metallica.
one song that everyone knows, and no one gives a fuck about any of their other discography.
Yeah, no, Limp Bizkit's always been there. They're gonna always be around. I'm fully
Yeah,
convinced that they'll
Frederick
outlive me.
Durst was in a fucking wrestling game. He's one of the few white boys that has the N-word pass, you know?
Whether or not we want to give it to him, he still has it.
He took it.
A lot of people look back at that Chocolate Starfish album saying, you know what? That white man is so brave for using the N-word in these 3 songs.
I'm gonna
it's
use it
fucking
now.
It's my turn. Fred can do it, so can I.
Fucking Frederick Durst. What a piece of shit.
Take that back. Oh man, yeah, no. I mean, I still got a couple years, but I'm gonna cash in all those online friends still coming out here. I'm already been planning to see what my bachelor party would be. I never told. I think I told David this at some point. You already forgot, Kels. I've never told you my bachelor party idea. Because as a self-proclaimed masochist of video games, I thought it'd be really funny to rent out a place, rent out an Airbnb, hook up a fuck ton of TVs and GameCubes, and we do a Mario Party tournament. However, this is how it goes. It's 50-turn Mario Party, so it's an all-day thing. You motherfuckers stuck with me. All day. If you win top 2 of the game, you're out.
So it's just the worst.
So no, so that if you want to stop playing Mario Party all day, you have to win. If you keep losing Mario Party, you keep playing more Mario Party until
I have 4 GameCubes. I alone can help make this happen.
I've called this the reverse Mario Party tournament of hell, where it's like you want to win to get out of the tournament. You do not want to keep progressing in the tournament, because imagine you play 4 rounds of 50-turn Mario Party because you just keep getting 3rd place. I will lose friends before the wedding, but that's fine. It's funny for me. But yes, that's been my plan. We'll figure it out. Then we'll invite some strippers or something. I don't know.
Wow.
But they have to be Mario Party themed.
Yeah, Wario.
We need the Stinky Kong stripper.
There was we were bringing me and my friend Nick were bringing up the story a lot recently because we were talking to people. But there was one time, like I think it was 10 years ago now. We went to Vegas. As we all know, in Vegas you can see the stripper cards all over the ground, and we thought, you know, it'd be funny. What if we each called a girl and we had brought them over and we did like they were our team for Mario Kart or something, like, you know, like
Double
that.
dash.
Yeah. Like we think that'd be so funny. Like, yeah, and like and we're like, they probably wouldn't mind, right? Like we're gonna pay them the exact same rates they would get as if they're hanging out with some old gross dirty dude, but we're just gonna play Mario Party with them or Mario Kart or whatever, you know, or Smash Brothers. We put it up
Are
on
you
the
trying to smash?
yeah.
Just whip out the game.
Yeah. And then we put that on the Facebook to see if people were laughing, and they fucking got so pissed at my friend. They were like, "You fucking misogynistic piece of shit. That's so fucked up." And we're like, "Why is it fucked up? Like,
I'm paying these working ladies.
They're gonna be like they're getting paid
in a
to
non-sexual
They're having
manner.
the literal best night of their lives in
getting
a long
paid.
time. Let's be honest.
They're getting paid to just play video games with just a bunch of doofuses. Like, why is that bad? Okay, fuck it then. No, we won't pay them. They'll go out with some fucking weird guy for the night and hopefully not catch chlamydia. Congratulations, you
Or
sure
be
showed
killed.
us.
And so speaking of that too, like whenever I was in Vegas, it was so weird. Like all the advertisements and stuff that they had for strip clubs were old.
Yeah,
Like they were
Yeah.
from like 20, 30 years ago. Like, do you
Yeah.
not have new models that you can use?
The newest
going on
models
here?
we had when I went to Vegas, which was for Evo one year, was for Thunder Down Under, which we tried desperately to convince one of our friends to go to.
yeah. Rest in peace. He's dead now.
Oh, womp. But no, my best story with those trading cards is my buddy that I used to hang out with a lot, Ridley, who I used to go to a lot of concerts with. He used to collect those trading cards. He and his wife would collect those every time they went down there. And it's explicitly because he was the person I used to go to a lot of rap shows with. And so anytime anyone had like a freestyle section in their concert, he would try to get them to freestyle about the stripper tickets. We went to a Mega Ran show, and bless his goddamn heart, when he got to his freestyle segment, he stopped, he pointed at my buddy Ridley and was like, I see what you're holding up. And he was just like, not today. And then just fucking continued on from there. So it's like, that's the closest we ever got to anyone actually freestyling about the stripper tickets, was an acknowledgement that they existed.
That's so funny. Vegas is a crazy place, dude.
It
Let's
really
see.
is.
Will Tommy Wiseau be at the wedding? I could only dream, brother. If I could say Tommy Wiseau was at my wedding, I would die happy.
Holy fuck. How much is it to hire Tommy Wiseau for anything?
Hold on.
How do
Hold
we
on,
hire
hold on.
this
No,
man?
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Can we get a room screening for the bachelor party? That might be the actual, like, that might be the play. Just
feel like
find
Well,
just
find out how much it would cost. I will help you raise the money for it.
So I feel like you wouldn't even have to like pay for it, right? I feel like he's one of those guys.
I think you have to
send
book it.
him, like, well, like I was just talking about the wedding.
Oh,
Like if you
okay.
just send him like a wedding invite, and he one day gets it. I feel like he's the type of guy to be like, okay, I'll go. to
He
the
would just
wedding."
show up. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right.
Hold
Or
on.
what? I got the invite. I mean,
Let me see. I'm gonna go look and see if there's a thing on his website.
yeah.
right
Where's
now.
his address? What's his post?
While I'm
address?
looking this up, Dylan said, "Oh, hi, wedding."
Yeah.
Dylan said, "I was in Vegas for WrestleMania in April. Still the same cars I saw when I was there the year before." Yeah, they have not left. I wonder if they're the same girls too.
Surely they look a little bit different by now.
Or maybe not. Let's see. The room. Oh, there was supposed to be a room showing here, I think, too, eventually. I gotta see if those tickets are up right now. The room dot movie.
Oh God.
Did I miss another one? Motherfucker, I probably did.
Not a real fan.
Oh no, it's not showing.
Absolute coward behavior.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
hi, wedding.
Not
Yeah.
a real fan.
No, it's not here. I know I saw one of
While you're looking that up, Dylan, Toomey, and Chad also. I was in Vegas for WrestleMania in April.
Yeah, I
still
read
the
that
same
already.
cards I saw. Okay.
fucking not listening. It's fucking
I know. I spaced out a lot on these. We say so much shit that truly I listen to like 70% of it, and then the other 20% is at some point I just space out because I'm like, I think this isn't relevant to anything I have to add to the conversation. And then it's not until when I try to add to the conversation that I realize, oh shit, my hubris, I should have paid attention.
Do
Should have known.
you ever think about the fact that like
No.
our memories are not really that great, so you can only remember like so much, so little, and then like the end of your life is really just a collage of montage of just random blips of memory.
I mean, I live
Oh.
life with undiagnosed ADHD, so yeah.
I live life a quarter mile at a time, so.
Thank you, Vin.
This man cares about family.
No, there's no screenings here. How do I book one? Let me see if it just says anything.
Just don't be a coward. Call them right now and ask what their rates are.
If his website was navigatable, dude, it's holy shit. Screenings. Request a show. Hey, can you come out to my mine? I don't know which websites will be on right now. There's like 2 different ones. There's one that's like professionally well done, and there's one that's ass, which I would assume is the one that's ass, but they both lead to the same place at some points too.
Dylan wants to know if we want to hear him speak Japanese.
Absolutely.
Kels, do you have any specific input on this?
Sure. Let's hear it.
All right, get him into the Discord. Invite him right now.
I don't have his
Money.
Discord, I don't think.
Dylan, give us your Discord. Send it to one of us so we can get you in here right now.
You won't. You won't.
Want to join the room team? Sure.
The room team?
Want to help us spread the room about the room? Join the team and volunteer to pass out flyers, emails, posters, information about the room. Send us an email.
That's my daily life. And every conversation that doesn't involve anything with the room, I try to fit the room into conversation. When companies are trying to sell me remote access software, I'm like, okay, that's great.
Oh my
but have
God.
you heard of Tommy Wiseau's classic, The Room?
Bro, I clicked the link and it gave me a pop-up to a different window for this. I can't remember
This
last
man's
time
getting 80 viruses.
I can't remember the last time I got a pop-up window for a different link on there.
Luckily, I'm presuming you're on Mac, so it's a non-problem
no, it's a
anyways.
PC,
but
it's fine.
the one time my man is in on a fucking Mac.
I mean, the one time I've every podcast episode for the past like 4 years has been on a PC.
You constantly talk about how like, oh, fucking, just Mac does everything better. I presume you still to this day use the fucking Mac predominantly.
Yeah, for everything besides podcasting. The PC literally stays in this room, David. It does not do anything other than this podcast.
All computers are PCs. Say it correctly. The
I don't give
Windows
a
computer.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
Jesus
saying?
Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's pure fucking cancer.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
No, very not.
Fucking all computers are personal computers unless it's a server. Fucking call it by the goddamn operating system it is. It is Windows.
No, I'm gonna call it PC
because
more
you're
now.
a basic bitch and you don't use Linux.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, well, the Apple commercial says otherwise.
Yeah,
David.
fuck off.
The Apple commercial's dumb. It's all horrible. It's right up with the same stupid bullshit as those old Dell commercials.
Justin Long would not lie to me, okay?
He would.
But would he star in a horror movie if I wrote and asked him to be in it?
Motherfucker. Okay. I don't give a fuck about Love is Blind. What the fuck is this?
Oh god.
All right. I officially have an email. Okay. Gonna copy this for when I get married in 3 years. What about Kevin Federline at the wedding? He's probably doable.
Oh, yeah. He's not busy at all. He shouldn't be.
Imagine he's all booked up. He's opening for Metallica.
Like, actually, I'm opening for Fred Durst. That's opening for Metallica.
I'd believe it. All right, let's see. Dude, this website's actually trash. Hold on, let me show you guys this really quick. It's so funny.
All right, watch stream. Click that button. Bam.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so crunchy.
Why does this look like a fucking GeoCities site? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it looks like the start of an ARG.
Fucking, this is a goddamn trailhead from the Unfiction forums, fucking circa fucking 2010.
You ever see his,
Whoa, what's
his
going
time
on
with
with the
no underwear?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh wait, hold on. What the fuck is this? Schedule online. Oh, okay, cool. He's still
calling it
Team Twitter.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dylan in the chat, this is a fitting website for Tommy Wiseau, very much.
It really is. This backpack is so good. Love is blind.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay, hold on.
What's that dude's name on? What's that dude's
Yes.
name on YouTube that makes like all the really terrible bad movies? Isn't it like Neil something?
Neil
deGrasse
deGrasse Tyson.
That one. I feel like Tommy was just born in the wrong like year. Like if he was born like and was like a millennial coming up with YouTube, he would have fucking popped off.
Dude. Okay, hold on. So look, this backpack is normally $50. It's on sale for $26. Just Love is Blind. Is this not the same exact backpack as this one, but this one's cheaper and comes as a Blu-ray?
Oh hell yeah! And free the room Blu-ray. What the fuck?
Interesting. Okay, hold on. We're going back. I definitely want that beanie. She wants this room over and over again.
Fucking South Park looking ass beanie.
South Park website was selling the Woke is Dead shirt.
No way.
Yeah, I
That's
almost
fucking
bought it.
funny.
I almost bought it. Let's see. Okay, those are beanies. Look at this. Look at what the what the fuck is this? Under girls, ladies, there's 2 watches and just boy shorts.
Well, yeah, because you need your watch on each wrist so you can tell what time it is as you're double jerking 2 individuals, and then your underwear to protect the privates because you can't let the enemy inside.
Gotta keep the goods close.
Talking doggy, battery included.
Adrian, that needs to be your cake topper for your wedding.
Oh shit, 3-pack for $17? Hell yeah.
Do it, coward. Buy it.
Yeah, he's not even selling them in.
I've heard that people that order from this website obviously just don't get stuff for fucking ages.
Oh,
If you could believe that, yeah.
Yeah, only one way to find out. Adrian, be the hero that we need, but not the hero that we deserve, and buy a set of underwear. And one day, 8 months from now, when we reveal that underwear on the podcast, it'll be one of our highlights.
Yeah, Adrian, what'd you get? Well, actually, stands up and takes his pants
What
off.
what does this mean? Select a license. 1 license, 2
also-
or more.
Also, Dylan in the chat wants to know, unrelated, but how we all loving Bonanza. And I'm going to assume he doesn't mean the 1960s cowboy western classic Bonanza. I assume he means the Donkey Kong variety.
I haven't played it. I need to.
I have just not been in the mood for it. I've been not really in a platforming mood. I tried to boot it up again the other day. That's why I just opted to go Cyberpunk. Yeah, I don't know. I think if it had come out around if it came out like a launch title, I
Bro,
probably would have.
If that was a launch title, it would have blew up.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
played a lot of
I
it.
would have bought that fucking in a heartbeat if it was a launch title.
I would say playing Zelda, I would have probably 100% that. But by the time it came out in July, I was kind of already prepping for work, and I was like, I don't feel like diving in too far. It's a cool game. And I love how it's built so far. I know it's gonna be a good time, but I'm just not really in the mood for that.
No, it released at a point where it's like I'm comfortable waiting until Black Friday to see if maybe I can get it for a decent deal.
What do you mean a decent deal? It's not $80. It's already a decent deal.
Yeah, it could be cheaper. Like if it, yeah, you know, at 50, I wouldn't bat an eye at grabbing, but I still have 2 more games coming out for $70 next month that I'm like, that's already gonna hurt the wallet a little bit, especially with the fucking tires I have to get. But there's no way in hell I'm not getting the new Silent Hill and the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster when those come out next month. So
Felt that.
Anyway, then we're gonna wrap up.
wrap up.
Look at that though. Look,
before
we
you
killed
use it.
a 3-hour podcast and it's not dead late. Again,
Alive late.
I'm not shit talking. Hope he's doing well. But God bless it. Gore got on the podcast so late sometimes. I remember getting out of these things at like fucking 12 or 1 sometimes. David just looked like he was a fucking husk by the end of the episode.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
part of the
sometimes we
charm.
wouldn't start until like fucking 10:30, and then we would end at like 3 a.m. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna get like an hour nap.
Especially
before
when
I
we
gotta
did, when we did the
work.
games got by afterwards too.
Oh my god. Don't get me wrong. Those are wonderful times. We've had so many great episodes like that. And as much as I am still annoyed at Gore just on principle, I do miss the guy on some level because he was a lot of fun to talk with. But it's still kind of one of those things where it's like a lot of those episodes were so goddamn fun. But fucking A, I don't miss them because it's great just being done after when we're done instead of being like, okay, now that we're done, let's get it all hyped up again for another 3-hour fucking podcast right after.
Bro, we would have finished a podcast and be like, all right, let's talk about Nier for 3 hours.
Yeah. All right. Now that we've had this fucking massive episode that went for 4 hours because there was like a game conference this week. I think we had Nier lined up with like E3 or some shit. And I was like, all right, now that we're done talking about E3 and everything revealed there, let's talk about Nier Automata.
Yeah. He was a night owl to the extreme, brother.
That's because he didn't have a day job to go to.
He does, I think. I still think he does. The night owl
No,
stuff
that
was-
man knows how to hustle. That man fucking sells and refurbishes video games like a goddamn beast.
The only thing I'll say is I'm surprised he still gets so much stuff in it's just his room. I'm like, I don't know how much like I feel like your room is just like like constant like control style thing where your room just kind of stretches out further and further back. Because I'm like, how do you just have more room for this stuff? There's a lot of things in there.
Just keeps expanding.
Yeah. I'm like, I can barely fit this shit in here, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta reel it back on some stuff. But then I see him get like some dope ass like Bioshock thing. I'm like, that shit's cool as fuck. I don't know where I would put it, but hey, that's dope.
Oh yeah, speaking of Bioshock, we missed it. What's
Yep.
his name? Rod Ferguson.
We did miss that story.
Left Diablo to go work on Bioshock now.
Yep.
Maybe in another 3 years we'll see that game.
No,
He's gonna write the shit, man.
the way it sounded like I thought they were gonna redo all of it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So
Sounds like it's undergoing like a complete reboot.
which means we're not seeing it for like another 5 or 6 years. Dylan says time to get silly and play Tekken. Good luck.
Fuck yeah.
Kick
My
their
guy.
ass. Yeah, no, that's not happening for a while. Like I saw that news and that just made me realize like, all right, stuff is definitely not happening now.
That's how I usually feel like it is, especially if like a new lead comes in.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's at least like 3 to 4 years out minimum.
Unless you're Halo and you just push it out anyway and just say fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. People will buy it. Who cares?
And that we
Get it on
did.
Game Pass. You don't have to buy it.
So funny. All right. With that said, if Gore's out there, good luck with everything.
Peace and love.
I
Peace
do.
and love.
But okay, I will say this though. I appreciate that every time I want to watch a reaction, I'm like, Gore's probably done a reaction on this. And I just sort of like, all right, he's already on it.
This is one of the only reactions I'll go back and watch is because again I don't really like reaction content, but I am curious to see again how the guy's doing and what his kind of thoughts are occasionally. So I'll go back and I'll watch his shit.
David's your number one fan, brother.
True.
All right.
Even though you were a bitch and said I wasn't a friend, but here we are.
Yeah.
He comments first on every video.
It's true. He just deletes it so you don't see it. Prove that doesn't happen. You can't.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I
Yeah,
know.
you heard me. Go to the movie guy. Come with receipts that I don't do that.
I know he's not. He's really not into some Marvel movies lately. He's super burnt out. I think.
I mean, most audiences are.
No, but like Mega, he didn't even give a fuck about Thunderbolts at all. I think he rated that super low. And I'm like, Thunderbolts I fuck with like still to like high degree.
Yeah, I can't wait to rewatch Fantastic Four too.
Does it have a stream date?
I don't know, like it's so weird now because like what was it? Superman's already on digital. I think The Bad Guys 2 was only in theaters for I don't remember how long it's been in theaters, but 16 days after being in theaters, it's already coming out on VOD.
And didn't Fantastic Four not do that well either?
I think so. I think it still made like $200 million, but it wasn't like a $1 billion hit.
Because everyone's wondering which was Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, Superman, which is gonna hit $1 billion. None
I
of the
don't
above.
understand why. Yeah, I don't understand why anyone thought Jurassic World was gonna hit $1 billion.
You know
Unless
what?
that movie just makes gangbusters in China, which I don't understand.
I was excited for Gore because I'm like, dude stood on business at fuck all these movies, and he came out on top, said fuck all these movies. They all fucking flopped. If there's anything he does, he stands on business. That's the fun part about it.
10 toes down.
Yeah, there you go. I do want to watch Fantastic Four again, but I just don't want to go to the theater for it. And that's a put on the couch and maybe be on my phone every once in a while too.
Yep.
All right, Dylan, every round, much love. Everyone else, take care, be safe, and don't talk to the police without a lawyer.
True.
Shut the fuck up Tuesdays.